What up, y'all? Listen, I had a question, y'all. Hold on. I had a question. What is... that. I got a picture. So, just wanted to add this real quick. So there was this chick in my comments. Her name is X India, right? She go, "Why you deleting comments, loser?" Um, I just got off the phone, so how I delete a comment? Anyway, she said, "Tried it with that racist joke, but baby girl, you need to focus on your own home and unfortunate looking children. And ho, you couldn't look better than me on your best day." Now, you guys, I am a very, very balanced person, which means if you come to my comment section and you disagree with me, I don't mind disagreements. But if you come in my chat talk about how is you cool, I'm going to give you the energy you give me, right? Now, I didn't delete my comment. The comment I left this bitch, I told her, I said, I know you ain't talking looking like motherfucking olive oil off Popeyes. I also told that bitch she looked like a gecko, right? How's that racist? Now, the unfortunate looking children part, ma'am, y'all know I'm a Cancer. Y'all know I'm a Cancer, okay? And I'm trying to not to go Tariq Nasheed 50 Cent on Boy George here, because the bitch look like Boy George. I don't know why when females think because they skinny, they look cute. That does not get you in the door, ma'am. It doesn't. You look like a cum dumpster. That's why you are a single mother by yourself. I already saw your YouTube. Now, I'm trying to keep it cute. I'm trying to keep it cute. But if we gonna go in about children, baby, you're not gonna like me. So relax, go shave your back. And as far as how you feel about looking better than me, baby, I sent the random screenshot of your picture to my husband. The first thing my husband asked me was that a man? So I'm glad you comfortable for however you look. Feel good in your skin, baby. But I'm going to give you the attention you want because I'm triggering your lifestyle through another person wilding out on YouTube. See, you don't like me because I'm telling the truth. You want to talk about unfortunate looking children like your child ain't on YouTube. Now, if I say what I want to say, I'm wrong. So, for one time in my life, I'm going to attempt to be the better person. But I'm warning you, Boy George. I'm warning you, Boy George. Relax. Relax. You done already went to Dad's comments, stalking Dad's, because we trigger how you living. You got all that makeup on your face, looking like Boy George, and your child gets what? Something to play with for a little bit. A ponytail. If you live Charlene's lifestyle, just say that. I don't understand why you type of women fight so hard to be trifling. Y'all fight so hard to be trifling. And then when a woman comes on the platform and says, "You know what? I don't think this is okay. I think it's a little strange for them to be at a white man's house that they're calling the landlord and they're calling a manager." That's a little strange to be having your kids around that, especially if you're accusing another guy for allegedly touching your daughter inappropriately. Those are like legit type of questions, right? It's like no shade. It's like no, telling people they got boogers in their nose. It's legitimate questions about how you feel a woman is behaving as a mother towards her kids, right? And instead of you staying on topic, of course, this is Charlene supporter. Of course. Because this is her lifestyle. She got a YouTube video right now displaying what she's selling. Displaying what she's selling. She already know what type of time she on. And she wonder why she can't find no good man in her life. You done already exposed the goods. I done already seen what you look like. You don't wear clothes. You just like every hyena hood rat out there. You think these type of men that you won't respect you? Talking about how is you cool? Are you? Man, all the time, Emac, all the time. I sent one screenshot to my husband. I didn't put no context to it. I bullshit you not. The first thing he asked me was that a man? Okay. Right. If you don't like what I say, don't watch it. If you want to have a conversation, have it. But to come on here and insult my children, I would be wrong as hell if I clap back. I swear to God. I swear to God. But I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good for today because everybody know I take care of my kids. You can already look. My kids are well taken care of, honey. I don't know. The only thing unfortunate is you finding time to cake all that goddamn makeup on your face, looking like motherfucking Boy George. What's that other male influencer? The other gay one? What's his name? Josh? The one that was like talking to like 16-year-olds? I can't remember his name, but she looked like him too. Clock and Cheryl. What up, Ariel? I don't delete. The only comments that I'll delete, I will delete people like with letters who just be weird. And I don't delete all letters. It just depends on what the letter is. If it's Hugh text under a different page or big face Bernice, then I'm gonna block it because I don't have time. But if you truly, truly want to have a conversation, we gonna have a conversation. How do you feel about royalty and CJ situation? Daisy, I called this situation before it even happened. I called it before it even happened. But no, I didn't delete your I didn't delete my comments, bitch. I said you look like olive oil from Popeyes. And then when I actually saw you had an extra picture and the only thing you know what? I was watching Corey Holcomb last night, right? And he said some real shit. He said women have to dress half naked in order to be able to, some women have to dress half naked in order to compete with other women, because if they were fully clothed and you look at their face, they would get no play. None. And that's some real shit. That's the only way you could compete. Hold on, let me take Boy George off the screen. Daisy, I feel like I'm not comfortable. Okay, let her know. Sure. Corey Holcomb be on it with these hoes out here with these 304s. He that, and that's what they trick. They don't. He needs to go. She needs to go to him so she can collect $200 from Corey. He'll bust in you. And again, same woman, half naked, trying just displaying all she can offer. which is her vajayjay on a platter. Just 304 in it. And I'm supposed to listen and get advice from you? That's why you got left. I don't understand how women just can't come in the comments and say, like, there's another person on here. Her name was, I think it's like, it starts with a P. And she does not agree with a lot of the stuff. There's a lot of royalty supporters in my comment section, but there's some with some motherfucking sense to have a back and forth actual conversation because they're legitly trying to understand what I'm talking about. What'd you say, babe? Looking like Bobby Lights. She did look like Bobby Lights. She did look like Bobby Lights. Look like a whole man. And you trying to come for my kids. Again, I'ma be cool. But if you want to go there about kids, we can go for kid, baby. If you want me to. I promise you, this is the best anybody have seen me when it comes to pettiness. Yeah, she mad. She mad. That bitch mad at me because she looked like a Dr. Seuss character. I just don't understand it. Like, if you want to have I'm very open to having conversation. I have had dialogue with all types of women in my comment section about this content. But you just can't help yourself. You thought you were cuter than what you are. But all you are, ma'am, is a good time. I don't know who had to tell you that. I'ma tell you, all you are is a good time. That's it. Skeet and skedaddle. That's why it's just you and your child on here. FBA all day. What up, my B1 family? Then speaking of FBA, that's something else I want to talk about. She said what I said about her was racist. And I'm like, what are you? Like, why are you in black people business? I don't know. She didn't look like she was from here. She definitely not FBA. She's something else though. A reptilian maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we FBA over here all day. What up, Sandra? Okay, babe. I love you too. Listen, I promise you. Sometimes me and my husband, we just send each other stuff on the fly, just random shit, right? I just screenshot the picture of her. The first thing he asked me was, "This a dude?" Would you say, Emac? A good time, not a long time. Like, she know her rank. That's why she mad. Let's be honest, ma'am. I trigger you because I just exposed your lifestyle. You don't do for your child. You give your child the bare minimum. You give your child the bare minimum and you get mad because I'm exposing your truth through another woman. You ready to do some hoe shit. You ready to do some hoe shit. That's displayed that's the first thing people look at on your YouTube is you with your legs out there, spread eagle, ready to sell it with tattoos going all up your leg so they can see where to go. We already know what type of time you on. That's why you mad. You like, why is this woman telling this woman to do better? Why is this woman questioning the hyena behavior that I do? That's why you mad. That woman reflects every type of lifestyle you have. When I saw your child, I'm not even going to talk trash about your child, but I'm going to tell you this. When I seen your child and I seen how you were dressed, I seen the time you put in your child versus the time you put on yourself. That's what I'm going to do. That's what God led me to. Amen. When I saw your child and I saw you, I knew exactly why you were upset. I knew exactly why you were upset. Oh, y'all. Hold on. Let me get the YouTube. Mods, can one of y'all post the YouTube, her YouTube in there so everybody know who I'm talking about? And men hit her up. If y'all need something to skeet in, she all for it. Let me see. Her name, what is it? X long underscore India. Can somebody get that YouTube link and comment it below so people can see what we talk about? Yeah, let me put my phone on the charger. Y'all know I don't be charging my dang phone. And while the mods are doing that, we're going to do a quick little interlude. All right. You will gladly pass. Well, guess we can't win them all, can we, Pop? He said, that's okay. Yeah, she mad. She mad because it exposes who she is. All these 304s are connected. I seen an older lady comment and saying, that's right, girls. As long as you have the clothes on your back and food in your stomach. And that's what a lot of you women believe all your children deserve is that. And that's a damn shame. It's a shame. Y'all tell on yourselves every time. Every time. Y'all tell on yourselves. That's all you believe y'all children should have is clothes on their back. And if you have it, food in their stomach. My thing with Charlene is she has no hustle. Y'all can come in the comments and tell me all the time she's just doing her best. People fall. Do you know how many women is on this social media platform who fell and got back up? Charlene failed and laid the fuck down. Like she didn't even get up. She has no hustle to her. She always needs a man help. That's why she under the white man now. That's what I'm saying. She has no hustle to her. It's been a time span going on 4 years and she ain't got it together yet. And y'all making excuses for what? We're going on 4 years now. 4 years now, and nothing has changed. There's no elevation. She got her supporters right now on live trying to do a GoFundMe to have a lawyer to go after her baby daddy when she's been to court multiple times and lost because she's dealing with the wrong people. And when you deal with low level people, you get low level shit. And if royalty don't drag that hard iron off nation, you know what, Emac? Emac, it's always the men. I swear, y'all always be clouded. Did you see what she posted about her song? I don't listen. I don't partake in Charlene's content. Like I don't just go and look and say, "Oh, look, Charlene posted something." Don't nobody care about her raps. If she Charlene's problem is she has a false sense of self, right? And she feels like she's bigger than what she is. That's why her and CJ were together so long. Okay? It's the same energy. She can say she beat up Nike. It sound good, but that girl face was so busted. You can go on her page and see that Nike, her whole face was done. She put makeup to try to cover that up. And you can see how swollen her face was. Please. Crazy how she been with a hustler for 9 years and didn't pick up nothing to sustain her. But that's just like a lot of the men, like 50 Cent and his baby mama, and Tyrese Gibson and his baby mama. They dish out all these child support to these women, and then when the child is an adult or the child decides to go with the father, the woman ends up broke. They don't have any hustle to them, and that's the problem. Yes, women fall all the time, but they get back up. I've told my story. I've told my story. You guys heard my story how many times? And I guarantee you, I was not homeless more than a year. So it's just stop. You got to have hustle to you. No, you can't save all these women. They hyenas. They like to sit in their trauma and play victim and say, why me? Why me? Instead of taking control of self and say, you know what? Like even now, she's enjoying the fact that she gets to go back and forth with CJ because she has a piece of his attention. It's so weird. It's really, really, really weird. And you be wanting her to win, but she don't want to win. She want to lose. So I understand what Corey Holcomb be saying about these women. I get it. I see why he do what he do. Shamar, first of all, Shamar don't even like what Charlene has. And Shamar stay with a man. He don't need no help with the dating department. He's hilarious though. What did he say? There was a video. He said Donald Trump. Oh my God, that was hilarious. Yeah, I don't watch her. I don't watch her. But the thing about that, even with that, you were bringing Nike up, and Nike specifically said herself that she tries to have conversations with CJ and he's grown. But she told CJ herself, you got to stop having all these women around your daughters. She included Daya in that. She don't isolate CJ's kids. She bring them in as a whole. She said, you have daughters that are looking at you. You don't need to do that. She's always honest about that. But the delusion with Charlene could get her children in a bad spot. It really can. Because I don't care nobody say. That situation with that white dude is weird. It's weird. I don't know what adult would feel comfortable to want to stick their face in the camera so another teenage boy can see that there's a man with her. Like, why did you feel like you need to? That was really weird. That just gave me the creeps. And I only heard him talking. So it's just you two there? Is it just you two in that room? Like, these are really serious situations. Like, I don't understand how people can okay that. And you know what? Corey Holcomb says something else. Hold on. He says something else. A lot of the single mothers, not all, but a lot of the single mothers, a lot of the single mothers, hold on. Let me see if I can find his video. Let's see if I can find it real quick. I ain't gonna play a lot. He had Reese on there today too. That not today, yesterday. That was hilarious. He had Reza on there. He was like, "Don't fuck with me, Reza." Hold on. I don't even know what part of the clip that was. Hold on. But he said a lot of the, and this is what a lot of women don't want to admit. A lot of these women out here are dangerous. Like for every woman complaining about a man that they dislike or they don't like or they don't approve of, or he's a narcissist or he's crazy, how many mothers behind him is the one protecting him and saying he's doing okay? How many of you women get into it with their mothers? How many? It's a lot. It's not too many women you can come across that you don't have an issue with their mom. That's why they call them son husbands. It's a lot of women could tell a story or two about a guy that they were dating or that they are currently with, and they can say a lot about the mother. Royalty people raising money for her to take CJ to court for the twins. Well, we'll see how that goes. I mean, like, this is what I'm saying. This is what we're doing 3 years later. This is what y'all doing like 3 years later. 4 years. It's about to be 4 years. This is what y'all doing. And they have to do a GoFundMe because they don't have the money to do it. What happened to CJ on 32s? What happened to Bandman Kivo? They ain't gonna help you out. All you gotta do is use what you use best, which is nature's credit card. Delaney, why spoil the surprise? I mean, if these people want to waste their money, that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't want to put it towards a prom or towards somebody going to school or college or getting an education. Y'all want to put it towards wasting somebody money to go to court again so she can lose custody. I just, it's just, it's so old. What up, boss lady Mel? How you doing? See, why do you care what CJ's girlfriends or ex-girlfriends look like? You still care about that man. Right, exactly. Nike be minding her business. Nike's in nursing school. Thank you, Triisha. Y'all go and holler at her. She needs somebody to go fuck on. Yes, it was weird and how he was sticking his head all in the camera. That's what I'm saying. Hold on, let me see if I can bring up that video real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can bring up that video. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it on the laptop. Let me see if I can do it on a laptop because Jason did a video about it. What up, OC? I'm behind in the comments, y'all. Yeah, Big Ron. Big Ron helping out. Oh Lord. Right. That's what I'm saying. They be like, she got money, she doing regular stuff, she doing this. And then they say, oh, you're trying to bash somebody. It's like, girl, just because I trigger your lifestyle don't mean you have to come for me. Like, we can talk about it and get you some healing and where you can move on. That makes me so uncomfortable, Emac. Oh my God. When I seen that clip of that man just popping up out of nowhere, oh my gosh, the level of weirdness. And then she kind of pulled back like, nigga, what you doing? Hold on. I don't think this will echo. I don't think this will echo. Hold on. Mm-mm. Oh, it's echoing. Hold on.
Yeah, that underwater talk. We giving you all that, Ron, the landlord. But you did not say in the agreement, I'm in the fine, Ron. You did not say that you was going to jump in our labs and show face, man. Like, come on, man. Dolly, we done gave you Jalea. You get to hit later on or tomorrow. Can you just stay out of our labs, bro? Like, this is creepy now, Ron.
Your is really good.
Oh, let's start back right here, man.
Who's that?
For the landlord.
Who's that?
He breathed on her.
What the hell?
That's Ron.
Ryan.
Got the landlord.
Man, Royalty, who do you be having your children around, man? Hey, CJ, bro, get your twins, man.
Shout out to Jason. Hold on. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Press 3 if y'all can hear me. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. That's what I'm saying, Delaney. Like, I didn't hear a woman. I didn't hear nobody but her and that dude. And it was dark. And he just popped out of nowhere. What up, Ashley? He just popped out of nowhere. And that's really weird. Like, why do you have this man here? That's what I'm saying. She got all these strange people around her kids. Ah, hold on. PJ done caught a stray. Right. Mommy, please don't leave. Cause Chester got something up his sleeve. Like, come on now. That and everybody think this is okay. That's what I'm saying. That's weird. For I'm big on you don't want to speak certain things because you don't know what you're speaking into existence. You know what I mean? And I just pray to God I'm wrong. I just pray to God I'm wrong, damn it, because that is really weird. That's really weird. What up, Killer? I don't know why women that's scary. That's scary. And it's just like women like that, they don't think. They don't think. You can come on the internet, You can do all this stuff. You can cause all this ruckus. You can put all types of false allegations out there. But I just, oh my God. Ugh. But they think this is okay. They think this is being a good mom. They think putting your children around strangers and in harm's way. And I don't want to hear that crap of, oh, but he's been with Lola or known Lola for 9 months. Lola don't even claim him nothing but a quote unquote friend. Would she say he's a friend with connections and then they connect or some shit like that? We know what that is. She said it 9 months ago. He's not my sugar daddy, y'all. He's my friend. And and then Charlene is like, yeah, and sometimes they connect. Nah. Nah. No, of course not. That's so dangerous and naive to just look away something because you like a person or fall for some other stuff because you dislike a person. That's really strange to me. A lot of these women don't deserve the kids they have. And that's what Corey Holcomb was saying, that a lot of these the society, the majority of society is single mothers. And it's no shade to the good ones, but there's a lot of single mothers out here who don't give a damn about their kids. They care about themselves. Now, I don't know how many of y'all watch this TV show called Bring It On. I had no idea Tina did not raise her daughter. She had 6 kids and did not raise any of them. The grandma did. When I tell you I was blown away. What up, Jason? Damn, it's still out. Oh, they gonna have to do something about that. They gotta do better than that. That's crazy. Did they send a text message or give any shit? You can't even, oh my God. They just leaving y'all in the dark like that? What did they say it was from? Did somebody hit a poll? Because I know one time somebody hit a poll and like half of the city was out. Y'all, if y'all ain't subscribed to Jason, your average at best, go ahead and subscribe to him. He has great content on these mud goats. But it's just the single mothers who don't actually pour into their kids create the society, and they make the men that they hate. You have 2 different types of women. You have the women who neglect their sons altogether, and then their sons turn out to be the next woman's worst nightmare. Or you have the son husbands who mothers groom their sons to be their not really lover but emotional puppy. And so when he goes out and he meets a girl, we call them mama's boys because that's a cute name. But when he meets a girl and he wants a relationship with her, he can't have it because his mother won't let it. But y'all say men are the problem. Now, I'm not saying all men are perfect. Of course, we got them Rays and Pookies who are 9 times out of 10 son husbands or raised by a single mother who is just not wrapped tight. We not talking about the ones, because I know a woman, she raised all 3 of her sons. One is a professor, the other one's a lawyer, and the other one just travels the country just doing shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we not talking about the ones who do their best. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the ones who I'm outside. Like, y'all. Oh my God. I can't. That's all they think about. Exactly, Kayla. Exactly. So when I come on the internet and I say, hey, why isn't this woman doing for her kids? Why is she still focused on what her baby daddy is doing? The man then gave her a channel. Why isn't she branching off, hustling, making her own YouTube videos, doing whatever she needs to do? Why she still keep trying to take this man down? She been listening to them clowns over there for 3 years, going on 4, and they ain't gave her a win yet. So how dumb of you do you have to be to continue listening to people who don't help you win? They don't help you win. All they did was have her lose money and have CJ lose money with court costs that could have been avoided. And she's still listening to these losers who don't have nothing. She listened to one big back ass nigga who's living off of another bitch who looked like Mike Wazowski off of Monsters Inc. He with a bitch that looked like Mike Wazowski off of Monsters Inc. She built just like him. And he getting beat on. Somebody sent me a picture where she allegedly blacked this nigga eye. She beating on the man. Like he living CJ old life without the money. And this is who you supposed to be listening to? I don't get it. Hold on, y'all. Let me refresh. My StreamYard acted weird. What up, Mr. Polynesian? Polynesian pride. Yeah, we was. Okay. I don't know about Rico and Royalty's life. Y'all stupid. Yeah, TikTok is dragging the shit out of Charlene. They are. Because they don't buy it either. When you see a woman, you can tell the difference from a woman who's doing the best for her kids versus ones who just don't give a damn. What up, Wild Style Beats? I'm finna start. Sure, they already started a GoFundMe from her for her. You too late, girl. You are too late. You know what I'm saying? Like you when you want to take advice in order to succeed, you take it from people who are doing something in life. You take it from people who can get you somewhere. You don't take people who are lower than you that you can step on. Cause look at her, she down where they at now. Getting a GoFundMe to go back to the same situation is crazy. It's stupid. She done already sullied her name. She done already just mentally just screwed over. Like this is like sad to watch. Monica said the people that have been going live with them, been trolling them on live. That's crazy. And I don't understand. That's when you know you have a an illusion of self. Like you just really, really think you what you not. You just really think what, oh my God. And she really thought she was saying something like, if you guys don't know what diamonds and baguettes are, ma'am, a baguette diamond is a diamond. So why would you say diamonds and baguettes? Like, why don't you just say a baguette diamond? That's just like when you said, we're not going to get the pink slip for the car. We're just going to get the title. Like, girl, what? I allegedly they're trying to ask money for the GoFundMe to get a lawyer to try to get the twins, and she can't even afford them. Why don't they do a GoFundMe so the kids can travel and go to the places that they requested that they wanted to go so they can vlog it or something and make money off of it? Like, this is just ridiculous. The one who a lot of people feel bad for Leon because Leon don't say much, but I mean, you gotta leave people where they at sometimes. You got to leave people where they at. And that's why a lot of men say it does not, and a lot of women say it too, it does not pay to be a step parent. Because if you're with somebody and you grow a connection with their kids and then y'all not solid and y'all split up, them kids go with their parent. They kids go with their parent regardless. Like it's a rarity where, and that's even if they can do it, but it's a rarity where the step kid chooses a step parent. It just does not happen. So as much as everybody feel bad for Leon, Leon chose what he chose. You know, he is his mother's child. But I feel like Charlene, she has been fucking her kids up since the day they were born. Oh, see, I don't care what I don't care what their argument is. I mean, if that's what they want to do, like it's that I don't tell people how to spend their money. You know what I'm saying? What actually I do got like the 3-wick candles on a 50% off sale, but you gotta buy at least 10 to get it. And it's only to the 4th. Okay. I done already have 4 people get some. Okay. So yeah. You know what? Just it's not even that, like, because yeah, she didn't graduate high school, but it still don't make no sense to be that dumb. I know a lot of people who didn't even graduate high school and they went back, like fucking DL Hughley didn't graduate high school, but he went back to get his GED and he made something of himself. You know what I'm saying? Like you can be somebody who didn't even graduate high school, but you went back and did something. Like you pulled some type that's what I'm talking about. When I'm discussing Charlene, I'm discussing how much of a weak ass bitch she is. She weak as fuck. She weak. Because you have to rely on men to help you. And the reason why you have to rely on men to help you, because that's all you know. That's all you know is to rely on men. Why? Because Jamie and CJ did it so well that that's where you think it is. When you keep doing the same thing and you keep getting the same result, you cannot be mad at nobody but yourself. So if you're continuously trying to get men to save you and it's not working, the next option you would think would be is saving your damn self. And then you lied. You lied to your kids. You destroyed their family just to be with CJ, who you knew was a cheater in the first place because you was picking the man up from his girlfriend's house, having sex with this man in his girlfriend's car. So what made you think he was going to be loyal to you? Let me tell you a little secret that men have been trying to tell a lot of women a lot of times. If a man see you and he know you cheating on him with his dude, with your dude, he don't trust you either. He gonna get what he gonna get and he gonna throw you to the side. And that's exactly what happened. And you knew what it was, but you just didn't play your part because you're not smart enough. And he was even nice enough to carry you, but you was not smart enough. All this victim shit, Charlene is not a victim. You know who the victim was? The victim was the lady who was in a relationship with CJ, making sure he paying all her bills, letting him drive her car while he was stacking his money. That's the victim. And she saved herself by putting CJ out. I don't know about her kids, child. I have no idea what she got going on with her kids. Hey, if she couldn't get it the first time, she ain't gonna be able to get it the second time. All they gonna do is piss the courts off for wasting their time. And if depending on the judge, if they get pissed off too much, then they're gonna start holding her accountable for stuff they don't want to hold accountable. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like these people don't care about Charlene. They're destroying this woman's life. and she's so clouded and angry, and she want people to feel her pain so bad, she listening to them. She don't have child support to begin with. They're not going to give it to her. It's not going to work out how they think it's going to work out because they're dumb. Vegas is a father state. They're dumb. They're not going to do it. And them trying to say that Charlene is an innocent victim with her going back and forth with CJ, it's equal. Leave that woman alone and let her try to figure her life out. Y'all not helping. She don't want to be broke like y'all. That's so sad. If Charlene was smart, she would take that GoFundMe money and do something for her damn self and stop listening to them weirdos. You listening to a nigga who can't even take care of himself. That's crazy. That GoFundMe probably to make the child support case stronger. Listen, AA, with all the stuff that Charlene has been doing, they're not going to give Charlene child support because she's not knowing how to function as an adult. That's not how it works. Because CJ's lawyer can argue, since she's struggling, I can take the kids on full time so it can be less work for her and she can get herself together. Because she has the same access to work like CJ does. She has a YouTube channel. He has a YouTube channel. The judge is going to ask lots of questions. This has nothing to do with emotion, right? So why aren't you making money like CJ? She can say, well, CJ's more popular than me. Then she would have to explain, then why is she getting a lot of stuff from her supporters? There is proof. There is proof that she's been receiving money from her supporters. She's been receiving money off TikTok, $700 on one TikTok live in one day. Do you think a judge is going to care about her not having enough money? A judge is not going to see that as that. A judge is not going to see her as a damsel in distress. The judge is going to see you're not going to work. Maybe post more videos. I don't know, but you're making this money. You're a social media influencer. You're getting money from Instagram. You're getting money from YouTube. You're getting money from TikTok. It does not work just because she don't have it like that. I don't know. The things that CJ exposed is very emotional based, and it's not court. It's not court based. A lot of people think with a lot of emotion. That's why they go into court and look stupid. And when I said that last time, when me and Dad said that last time, and PJ and Jason was in here clocking it about court last time, everybody just knew she was gonna get child support. So I mean, why spoil the surprise? Child, it's old and it's dumb. Hey, I'm gonna let you know, they're not worried about the problem. CJ and Kenneth and everybody involved, they're not worried about whatever Charlene got going on. Those people that she's listening to aren't smart, because if they were smart, they would be in a better place than they are in life right now. How come they're not elevated? They got all this advice to give. Why aren't their lives good? The disrespect is off the chart from those children. The love for them will always be, but really, do you want all them children to end up with her? Like, get your children. Listen, and I'm gonna say this, like I said to CJ before, when before he was saying he didn't want to go to court. Before, when he was saying he didn't want to go to court, I was like, listen, my advice is to go to court. And if you don't go to court, then it is what it is. I can't that it's just that was your choice. You feel me? And he ended up going to court. So at the end of the day, if CJ wants his twins to continue going over there in spite of everything else that's going on, and we don't know what he's thinking right now based off of everything that's already happened, but if that's what he want to do, that's his choice. I don't want her to lose her rights to her twins, but the way she keeps listening is going. But that's what I'm saying, Traisha. Like, there's no focus on improving your life. It's focused on tearing somebody down. And it's like, that's digging a ditch for yourself. This is where accountability comes to play. Do you know what happened? I scrolled down TikTok and I heard Charlene say, you know what? I'm not going to go back and forth anymore. It's already on the internet. And the twins are going to get older and they're going to see this. And I don't want that for them. So I'm going to chill. And I was like, girl, yes, okay. We doing something. Let's go. I was excited. What up, DPD? When I heard her say that, I said, okay, now we're progressing. Now we're understanding in our mid-30s. At this point, it shouldn't matter. Okay, I'm not going to respond to him, even though she didn't take accountability of all the other stuff, but she still said, I'm not going to go back and forth because our twins are going to get older and they're going to see this in the internet. For that split second, I had so much respect for that woman. Then the bitch came out with a diss track. This just came out with a diss track. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? Like, come on. What up? Hold on. This shit changing on here. I was so shocked. I was like, okay. She making like, I was so impressed. Like, I was so proud of Charlene in that moment. And I was like, she's getting it. She's like, I'm just not gonna go back and forth. The twins are gonna see it when they get older. I said, this is the same speech I got from Xavier. Then Xavier started winning. Okay, cool. Charlene getting it now. Okay, she gonna start winning. Boom, bitch came out with a diss track. I was like, dag nabbit. She got me. She got me. What up, Nick D? She got me. She did. She got me. I was fooled. She said she was going to be a responsible adult. She said she wasn't going to go with the back and forth anymore because of the twins. And she didn't want them to see that. And I'm like, go ahead, Charlene. You being an adult. I was so happy. I was so happy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, Charlene, you really growing up, girl. You gonna stop doing it for the twins? And you know what Charlene told me?
I was fooling y'all, man. I was fooling y'all. Those was jokes. Woo!
Woo! She got me, y'all. She got me. She got me. She got me. Girl, I thought for a second she just was like, fuck it, let me get my life together. When a person hits rock bottom, you think, okay, I can only go up from here. Nah, she digging tunnels. So
I was fooling y'all, man. Shit. I was fooling y'all. Those was jokes. Woo! Woo!
I am disgusted.
I think Nike heard it. You know what Nike said?
This. I know it's a lot that she wish she could say about me, but she can't cause she know I'm legit. That's probably the reason she watching my shit. That's probably the reason you still wanna hit. Like I just be minding my business and I got a hit at this hoe done been speaking my name. Still mad by the nigga, I ain't fucking a year and some change. Oh, you a bum and you lame. She probably.
That's what Nike said. Nike already responded. She already responded. Nike, don't even worry about it. She already responded. I'll play it again. Hold on.
This. I know it's a lot that she wish she could say about me, but she can't cause she know I'm legit. That's probably the reason she watching my shit. That's probably the reason you still wanna hit. Like I just be minding my business and I got a hit at this hoe done been speaking my name. Still mad by the nigga, I ain't fucking a year and some change. Oh, you a bum and you lame. She probably.
All right. Hold on. She already responded. She already responded. She said, I don't believe anything. Well, that was my bad, y'all. That was my bad. I truly, honestly, I did. I was slipping. That was my bad. Because I really thought she was going to be an adult about it. You know what I mean? I really thought she was like, listen, we didn't went back and forth. I didn't have my daughter do all this weird shit. I'm just going to be an adult. And, you know, if he want to continue to troll, let him troll. I'm going to continue making videos and reinvent myself. And because I know my twins are going to watch this and I don't want to put them in that position. And then, I forgot. I forgot for a second. My bad shit. Play as fuck up. Shit. I forgot.
That royalty lady is definitely a narcissist. And the fact that y'all love to throw this word around, but y'all cannot spot one if it was dead in y'all face, that honestly scares me. Like, I've been studying narcissism for like the past 3 years, right? All types. The reason why I say royalty is a narcissist is for so many fucking reasons. I would probably be here all day. And I don't have that kind of time, baby. I just learned about this family like 2 weeks ago, maybe. Came across my timeline. I heard of the guy, CJ So Cool. I heard his name plenty of times, like years ago, right? Never really looked into him, never really knew much about this family. Came across my timeline, it was like a lot of drama going on, and it was the fact that the mom, which is royalty, who is the narcissist, lied and said that he SA'd her daughter. One thing we don't do is lie about SA. There are so many victims that truly go through this kind of stuff. So to weaponize it, to make somebody else look bad, because they can no longer be your supply, you narcissist, that's not cool at all. When you look at the way she interacts with her kids, she always is so afraid of what they're going to say. She's so afraid of what the public thinks, which is why she always says things like, oh, she puts out so many disclaimers, right? My daughter didn't want to go to skating or jumping place or that. What kid don't want to go have a lot of motherfucking fun for their birthday party? A lot of people can get to the destination that they want to get to because they're acting like they're already at where they want to be. Now, if she was just honest, then she could have been in the mansion by now. But the fact that she's trying to pretend like she has it all together, down to her car getting repoed, she lied and said that she got into a car accident because she cares so much about the public's perception, which is all a narcissist is. Somebody who they only care about an image. I seen a clip of her disowning her daughter, basically, like saying she was there for her daughter and support her because her daughter came out as liking the same sex. It's like, I support you and I love you, but hopefully this is just a phase. Like, no, you don't support her. And you probably can't support her because you're afraid of what the public is going to think, right? I feel so bad for the children, and you could tell that she's telling her kids to say all these things. She's telling her kids, like, y'all happy. Tell them y'all happy. And clearly they're not happy. You got them picking up random household items from around the house, pretending like they're getting birthday gifts. Like, they are going to resent the fuck out of their mom. Like, when I say they're going to resent the fuck out of that lady, as soon as they become of age, they're heading out. And I wouldn't be surprised if they went no contact with her in the future. That's how much of a narcissist she is. And the fact that people can't see that shit scares me. So dead in your face. The way she flips it. And I say narcissists are fucking good. I really dislike them. But when I say they good at what they do, the motherfuckers are good. Okay? She got this random guy who looks like he actually touches kids, right? And it's so sad. She wouldn't even give a fuck, to be honest, if he did. She just cares about the image. Look in her eyes. When people are talking, look at her eyes. They have like this evil, dark energy behind them. And she's always looking like, I dare you say something that I don't agree with. Don't say anything that's going to mess up my image. And because of the guy she talks to, because he doesn't have the best vernacular, he doesn't really have good grammar, he makes her look bad when he says certain things. He's always trying to correct him, right? He does that with so many different things. And I only know this girl for 2 fucking weeks. I've been trying to figure out if she's a narcissist or she has narcissistic personality disorder, which I really think is the latter. I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm not saying she's a bad mom. I'm just saying that the effects of her disorder is going to affect the kids in a tragic way.
Okay. I'm just saying. Some of them are going to hate her, and then the others are going to turn out like her. So I'm just hoping the cycle won't repeat itself. But she's so right. It's all about them. They will destroy their children for their image. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That situation with that dude, that's really weird. That Ron guy, like the way he just felt entitled to just be all up in Julia's space like that was crazy. Like, why did you feel comfortable to be around that little girl like that? Like, anyway. People say, see, yeah, because I seen somebody sent me a screenshot because I block all of the ignorant Charlene supporters. I block them all. If they ignorant and they weird, I block them because it's just no point to going back and forth with a motherfucker who can't even afford to walk to their goddamn mailbox. I just refuse to go back and forth with a motherfucker like that. So, but somebody sent me a screenshot of them pleading and begging to this woman that they don't know, trying to get her to come to their reasoning of, well, I'm surprised you didn't say CJ was a narcissist. And she was like, I don't see that. CJ has a higher sense of self too. You know what I'm saying? CJ has this mentality where he feel like he is the best. He got to be the best and all that other stuff. And he leaves a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. He says what the fuck he wants to say in that instance without no consequence. And well, he feels like ain't no consequence. And that's not respected. Not with a lot of people. You can't just do that. So a lot of times when he does stuff or says stuff to somebody, the people he used to have around him, he was able to do that to and then be cool after that, right? So like even with him and CJ on 32s, he used to say a lot of like a lot of messed up stuff about CJ on 32s a lot in his face. Like when him and CJ and 32s was together, I kept telling my husband, I was like, these people can't be friends. They can't be the way they talking to each other. He was saying some messed up stuff. CJ on 32s was saying some messed up stuff. They was just like going back and forth taking shots. And don't get me wrong, I know with friends, sometimes you clown, right? Sometimes you have your little jokey jokes and you go back and forth with it. So I'm not naive to that. But the way they were doing it, I was like, these niggas don't like each other for real. It just can't it the energy between them two became different versus the time that him and CJ on 32's first linked up. When him and CJ on 32's first link up, CJ on 32's was quiet, he was reserved, he wasn't really, out there like that or clowning too much. He was just kind of just with it. And when you're around somebody like CJ gonna talk shit about whoever's hanging out with him. Yeah, she did look uncomfortable, Taisha. She sure did. So I never thought him. I never really thought the only people that I personally felt like was CJ's friend for real was D-Lo and D-Bake. That was it. Everybody else that came around CJ, I just felt like this got to be like either a business ordeal or they just, it's for YouTube. It didn't seem genuine. That didn't really seem like his homeboys for real. Even with him and Bandman Kivo, it was about who could get the best yacht and who has the better yacht. And it just, that to me, that's not friendship. Not for me. You know what I'm saying? If I got a big yacht, I want my homegirl to have a big yacht or my homeboy to have a big yacht. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't have one, I'm going to try to figure out how to get them one or let them know where they can get one. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like if men want to have that competitive nature, that's probably something I don't understand. But I see that he gives more respect that I've seen with Chop than he did with his other people that he hung out with. And I said, them ain't his friends for real. Do you think when Leon get older, do you think he is going to talk to her when he get older? I believe Leon is still going to have a relationship with Charlene until he probably gets in a relationship with another woman. When he gets in a relationship with a woman as an adult, Charlene's really not going to care about that, but Tanya's going to intervene. And then Charlene's going to jump in. See, the problem is there's so many things going on here, right? Charlene's ultimate goal is to hurt CJ for embarrassing her on the internet and everything. Every time you hear what comes out of Charlene's mouth is disrespect, talk about, right? With Tanya is the one with the control who does not want nobody to have anything unless it's her, right? And from what I've known in my lifetime, a lot of men, there's very, very, very few men that lie on their dick, right? And I highly doubt that CJ lied when he said he smashed Tanya because he wouldn't benefit from that. And I know Charlene knows it to be true because she knows CJ herself. She knows CJ and she knows her mama. And she probably already had an idea that was going on, or they may even had a conversation about it and neither one of them care. But Charlene knows. You know what I'm saying? Tanya has to have control of everything. Tanya is supposed to be Charlene's mom. She's the one who created Charlene to be the monster she is today. Because when Charlene was trying to do the right thing, mind you, Charlene didn't have both parents in her life. She just had her mom, and that was barely, right? Because the love Charlene was receiving from Tanya was Tanya kicking her out every other week when she got tired of her and her brother, to the point where Charlene started seeking relationships with people, just rushing into relationships to try to find that love. Then she links up with Jamie. She gets pregnant with Jamie. From what I'm told, she stayed at Jamie's mom's house without Jamie even being there. Jamie was in the streets. Jamie was out there, slanging, doing his thing or whatever, getting it how he get it. They're young, right? But he still was able to go back and forth to his mama's house. But Charlene was too, because not only are they carrying his child and their grandchild and niece and shit, they know what she's going through with Tanya. Everybody know who Tanya is and how she coming, right? Charlene don't know what love is. So, of course, she's going to want to keep the baby and have a family with Jamie, because she finally gets the family that she was never able to receive, right? But that was not good enough for Tanya. I seriously doubt that that Jamie was going upside that girl head in his mama basement. I highly doubt that. And the fact that CJ was saying that he was watching the kids while she was out there with him mean he didn't mind watching the kids. If Jamie was such a bad dude as Charlene tries to portray, she wouldn't have been able to go do that, because he'd have been like, no, you here with the kids. You know what I'm saying? But it's like Corey Holcomb say, those type of women, they have to destroy the image of the man, and there's no accountability. So in her mind, since she learned from her mother, who scared off her father and scared off her brother's father and whoever other children father she done scared off, now Charlene's doing it. If you don't abide by my rules or do what I want or make me look good, then you can't be around your kids. So Tanya, Charlene was doomed from the start, honey. And Tanya really did not want Charlene with CJ anyway, because Charlene started getting stuff that she couldn't get. And she will use her children to destroy him. A mother, yeah, right. Anti, I don't. I understand, Traisha. I'm not gonna read that too much, because I know how that can trigger. But I understand what you're saying. I understand exactly what you're saying, Traisha. I keep saying that. Think about it. Even though Charlene wasn't rich and she was working, she still had a family. She had enough money, or they had enough money to go take pictures of the family together. So, in some shape or form, she enjoyed that relationship with Jamie. They were a family. That was already more than what Tanya had, right? It was already more. She laughing her ass off. It was already more than what Tanya had. But Tanya didn't like that. So let me break them up by taking my daughter to the club. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. This girl was 16 and pregnant. She had a baby early. She had it with a dude who was at least willing to be there long enough for them to have two other kids together. And he was watching the kids, right? He was good enough for, not only did he give her that nickname, um, she was able to stay with his family while having Jalea, right? And then she said she didn't even have a relationship with her mom until a little after Nation was born. And I feel around that time, that's where Tanya got a little tired of her crazy life. That's where she started feeling like, I don't have anything to do. I want somebody to love me and give me the attention that I want right now. So let me go get my daughter. But you can't go get your daughter because your daughter has a whole situation going on, and that could lead to marriage. But Tanya never wanted that for Charlene. That's why she instilled in her not to believe in marriage, right? And I don't know how Tanya developed the thoughts, and she just probably was just born a hood rat because her mother was with her dad. So she saw, unless that dynamic was nasty, because a lot of times she depend like a lot of times you wouldn't even know because she don't talk about her dad, right? And it's a little weird because when she brings him up, she was like, yeah, when grandpa did this and grandpa did that, they're like, huh, for real? Like, she don't talk about him. So that's a little weird. So maybe something in that dynamic made her hate men, but whatever. So now she don't want Charlene to have a family. So let me start taking my daughter to the club and separate her from her baby daddy. Charlene don't know better. She don't know any better. That's her mom. And a lot of times people be having the wool over their eyes, thinking just because you somebody's biological mama, that mean the mother really cares about you. That's not always the case, right? Because Tanya sat there and allowed other people to take care of her daughter and make sure her daughter was straight. She had Jalea very, very young. And we all know when having babies, it's not something easy to do, right? Especially as a teenager. Your body goes through a lot. You're young. It could have, had a lot of complications, but she just kind of low key left her for dead. So she had Jalea, then she had Leon, then she had Nation, and then all of a sudden, now she don't want to be with Jamie no more. And she claims, and this is how deep this go, right? She said in CJ video, the reason why Tanya didn't want to be around her is because she got tired of her seeing her daughter with black eyes. That moment she said that, she was lying just to make her mother look good. She lied to make her mother look good. And let me tell y'all something. Let me see if I have that clip. There was a clip. Y'all remember when Jalea was sneaking on the phone talking to some person on the internet and they thought it was a grown man and they didn't know if it was a grown man or whatever the case may be? In that video, Charlene was like, I tried to talk to her because every time I would come to my mom with something or talk to my mom, we would get our butt beat or we would get beat on. So I didn't want that for my daughter. I would actually try to have a conversation with her. I was really wild. The reason why Charlene was wild is because Charlene and her brother Van was raising their fucking selves. It's like a whole generation of hyenas being born. It's crazy how that works. And these 304s is in my comments trying to make it seem like, oh, you're just jealous. Why the fuck would I be jealous of somebody struggling and not addressing their trauma and destroying their children and passing that shit down? Why would I be jealous of that? Have y'all ever thought for a second that I want her to win? And when you like, the saying where they say you hold the charcoal in your hand, and as it's burning a hole in your hand, you hoping the other person is feeling it. That is exactly what Charlene is doing. She's holding some hard, hot coal in her hand and it's burning, and she's wanting it to hurt CJ when it's hurting herself. It's burning a damn hole in her hand. That's a lot of hurt and trauma that she needs to let go, and she's not letting it go. And the universe is going to teach you. It's going to keep happening, and it's going to continue to get worse until you do something different. But you can't say that to these hoes out here who chose wrong, and instead of taking accountability, saying, "Oh, my bad, shit, that was poor pussy management on my part. Let me clean it up." Let me get it together. Instead of them doing that, they want to say it's his fault and it's her fault and it's their fault. After a while, if you don't start taking control of your life, you are always going to be the victim that you're creating for that whole lifestyle you're creating yourself. And when I say this, you got these old, bitter 67-year-old women who done ran somebody granddaddy off, or done cheated with somebody and got pregnant and got left behind. Now all men suck. And that's the same thing Charlene is going through. You cheated with this man and you cheated on Jamie. Now, I don't know you and Jamie's relationship. I don't know if Jamie was cheating on you and you found out and you was upset. But I'm going to tell ladies now, if y'all all in the relationship and y'all experiencing that, doing it back, that I know Queen came out with a whole thing. I'm going to give you taste of your own medicine. Niggas don't care. Okay. Chris Sales cheated on her. She made a song, "Get You a Taste of Your Own Medicine," and Chris Sales still don't care. Like, that men don't care. They do what they do. So at the end of the day, if that man is not doing right by you, move on, grow. But she has no guidance. Charlene never had the guidance that she needed. She has Tanya. Tanya is no guidance. Tanya can't pass her daughter no house. She can't pass her daughter no assets. She can't pass her daughter no knowledge. And when she was a child, she couldn't even pass her daughter no love. That's why Charlene kept seeking it from anywhere and whoever she can. And Tanya taught her since she was a little girl, when things don't go your way or you don't like it, just give up. Tanya gave up on Charlene by kicking her out because she didn't want to deal with her and calling the police on her and stuff, because she lost control because she never built that relationship with her. And even when I see Charlene having conversations with Jalea and Nation, the way they talking to her, they talk to her like they're her friend. Oh, no, no, mom, because woo, woo, woo. No, what I say, go. Listen, I don't want to go back to Corey Holcomb again by L, because that nigga's hilarious. He said some real shit. Y'all gotta go watch that live. Oh my God. He said, when I hear a woman ask her kids what you want to eat, I walk out the house. That nigga said, you go eat what I tell you to eat. And I started rolling because I was like, yeah, women do that shit, because I do that shit. My husband be like, no, they go eat what they want. Because I'm like, what y'all want to eat? He's like, no, they go eat what we I don't know why it's like that. And he said, but Corey Holcomb had a different reason on why he said that. He said that because when you do that with kids, ask them, like, what do you want to eat? And you're more like the friend, not the parent. You're going to have to end up fighting the son, because the son, that's the daddy now. And right now, Leon is going to mold into the son husbands for the girls. He's going to be their emotional pet, right? He's going to be their test. So that's why they talk shit to him, not, don't give a fuck about him. Nation can come on here and say, my man at 13 and I miss him. Well, where he at? Why you miss him? Is he gone already? You ran him off already? Like, you too young to date. But I mean, since we on the topic, Tanya dad wasn't in her life like that either. Really? Did she ever discuss that? Because I've never seen that. I've always seen her mention him, and everybody would look like, what are you talking about? Because she never had a conversation about him. Ron is now the father figure in the household. And you know what? Let's talk about it too, right? Because it's bad when CJ has different women around his daughters and his son, right? Because his son is going to see, like, okay, it's a revolving door. There's no commitment. So he may take it as, I'm not going to commit. And the girls may take it as, My dad did that, so I don't trust men because men will do whatever, whatever. But on the flip side as well, it goes the same for Charlene, right? Leon sees everything his mom does, what she prioritizes, how she puts him last. He already expressed how everybody in that house hate men. You do not know how mentally that's going to affect him, right? So it's just you never know, and if nobody's thinking about how what it does to the kids mentally, it's already lost. Nation is doing the things that she's doing is because she wants acceptance. She's fighting for acceptance. Charlene asks who can play her while she was young. I know they be crazy in the comments, Kayla. Somebody asked Charlene who could play her as when she young. She immediately say Jalea or Deo, right? She immediately went to them. And Nation was like, why can't it be me? And she was like, why would it be you? Like, and I was like, oh, child, just fuck it, huh? Like, it always, this is just my opinion. It always seems like Nation is fighting to fit in and be loved by her sister and her mom. Like, she's always the odd person out. That's what it always feel like to me when they have those conversations. It's like her and Jalea are really, really close, and then when it comes to Nation is like whatever. And this is what left a bad taste in my mouth. Everybody is trolling Nation about her eating habits, right? Saying she hungry as shit and everything like that. And Charlene and Jalea both, I finally get to eat a plate without Nation. Your sister's the butt of a joke, and all y'all did was join in. Like, no unity. Like, what the fudge? Like, why? That was just really strange to me. Charlene chimed in. Everybody just, oh, you know, what? That really just rubbed me the wrong way because I'm like, everybody coming for Nation throat. And they was like, fuck it, let me join in too. And it was like, no, wait, no. Nation do be eating. Yeah, she probably eating right now. No, no, no. Why? That's not the point that she eat everything. Everybody else like clowning, but damn, like y'all too, like we're I don't know. Maybe it's like no support from nowhere. Just fuck it, huh? Like just everybody just gonna go in on Nation. Just everybody. I just right. You got three daughters, ma'am. Like, I don't know. It's just maybe because Nation, she does look like her daddy. She does. She look like her daddy. I don't know if that got anything to do with it, but if you got the whole world wide web talk about your daughter, you know, like the only time she checked somebody about Nation that I saw is when somebody called Nation fine. That's it. And then when they was like, why? What'd she say about me? Nation's like, what'd she say about me? Ah, nah, don't worry about it. I was like, damn. Like, I don't know. Shit like that be a little weird. And I feel like, is there a jealousy between Charlene and Nation, maybe? Because a lot of people used to say how Nation could be the star, Nation can make so much money, and CJ says that a lot about Nation. So did that brew a jealousy like Charlene has with Nation versus how Tanya has with Charlene? I don't know. It just resonates a lot of questions for me when I see shit like that, because I'm like, you just joined in with the rest of the millions of people in the world talking shit about your daughter. Like, I guess. Like, I don't know. I thought that was weird. I thought it was weird. I thought it was weird. The whole, them ain't my kids, but I just don't think it's like a good idea to be at Ron house. I just don't. I don't give a fuck what he can provide, ma'am. I don't think White Ron is where we need to be at. I just don't. I hate to say it, but I can see Nation trying to look like Jillian and Charlene. especially hearing she's told how pretty Jalea is. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there was a lot of people in the comments. I gotta go back and look at that screen recording. There's a lot of people in the comments talking about how pretty Nation is. And, somebody was like, yeah, Nation, fine. And she's like, not too much on Nation. And Nation was just like, what they mean, what they saying? And she just ignored it. She could have just said, they thought you was fine. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. But not too, nope. Let the girl keep thinking she ugly. Child. Daisy, I have no idea what happened to her and Rico. Rico called her when he wanna do something, and she called him when she wanna do something. The thing is, Charlene never cared about commitment. So, um, Rico could have as many people as he want, and so CJ could have too. But the problem was CJ kept embarrassing her. And it wasn't just CJ embarrassing her, it was Jalea's mouth too, right? Because Jalea and Nation would disrespect CJ because they would see how much or what is going on between CJ and her, because she would always bring them into it. You guys, you see all these girls calling him on the phone? Do you see how many phones? Nation's like, what? Why the fuck does an 8-year-old or a 7-year-old need to know what's going on in your relationship? That's her friends. So she's telling all her young daughters who are not of age her relationship problems. So when they're hearing all this stuff that CJ is doing to Charlene, they're getting upset. I can't believe he's cheating. Like, even with CJ said on the video, he got a video of them saying, you're the cheater. You cheated. You cheated. Why? And then even with Jalea, she said, you never learn. You never learn. What does that have to do with y'all? That's not, a child shouldn't have to know the ins and the outs of the choices that their mom makes, right? And they have such a false illusion of who any man that Charlene has came in encounter with. Like, they think Jamie's an abuser and there's no police report of abuse. There's no type of anything. He was just giving you black eyes and you was just going to work and nobody asked what happened, and you was just getting abused left and right. You have no proof of it, but since you said it happened, and that's why you decided to throw your pussy at somebody else. That don't make no sense to me. So when a man beats your ass, go fuck on somebody else. Like, how is your pussy gonna fix it? Like, these are questions that I really, really have, that I just want somebody to be able to explain to me. Cause a lot of these 304s just like to fuck on something, and instead of just saying she wanted something new and she saw CJ had money, they said, oh, well, he beat her ass. So when a guy beats your ass, you're allowed to suck on some more dick. Like, that's all I hear when I hear that. Beating somebody and getting abused shouldn't equate to go fuck on somebody. Could somebody help me? Like I don't know. They were like, oh, she decided to go with CJ because, JB beat her. So she decided to fuck this nigga in his girlfriend's car because the nigga's beating her ass. So if this man was beating your ass, you weren't scared that you would get caught? Like, girl, I just, y'all got to help me. Big Ron praying for Charlene that don't have that rent money on the first. Listen, we all, but let's be real for a second, Emac. Let's be real. Him sticking his head out in that video, showing people who he is, he wanted to show himself for a reason. That conversation that had nothing to do with you, they was talking about other things, and you felt like you needed to show who you were for what? Because you marking your territory? And then she was like, I finally got to eat something by myself without Nation. What'd you have to do that? I hope you ain't have to do nothing to do that. Like, that was just weird to me. Yes, they some disrespectful stuff. Da, 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 da. She would have took me back the day I was born. You know what? Taisha ain't buying it. She was like, we know a heifer, okay? Her supporters are funding always for the twins. And that's the thing too. Like the twins are like the focal point, and it shouldn't be that deep. What up, TM7? But I don't know. I just thought that was weird. Excuse my typos, y'all. I'm eating with one finger. We'll get it down, girl. Get it down. That's my point. Jamie wasn't beating her, because if a man is beating you, wouldn't you be scared to do anything because you think he'll know, or he lurking, or he just, like, oh, he was beating me, so I think I need to just fuck on him. That makes no sense to me. I don't. Women, ladies, please stop thinking that pussy is going to solve your problems. If y'all think pussy is going to solve your problems, please stop, because it's not. It's not. Like, that's just weird to me. Did you watch the video about Kay? I tried to watch the video with Kay, but Kay has a very dry Kim Kardashian personality. And don't get me wrong, I like watching the Kardashians, but her content was like, she was just she was trying to get her coin, okay? Kay just want her bread, and whoever's willing to get your bag, Kay, do what you. She was like, and like, and with and that, and I was like, oh baby, I'm too, I'm too immature for this. I can't watch this. She just, I can't, I can't. Y'all have to give me the cliff notes on that. Y'all gonna have to give me the cliff notes. I just couldn't listen for too long. Just like when I was in CJ, I tried to watch CJ on 32's video, but the damn smoke detector kept going off, and I just could not watch it. It just kept irking me, so I couldn't watch it. It's certain things when people do videos and stuff like that that will irritate me, that I would hear, and I gotta get out of that, because when I start working, I'm about to be listening to a whole bunch of people talk any old kind of way. So I'm trying to get out of it, but the beeps and the and like, and because, and so I couldn't get with it. I mean, Kay cool. I think Kay is a very respectable woman. She's doing her thing. She's keeping it cute. She's being an adult by things, from what I know. She seemed cool. Like, she keeps it cool, but I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. So I just couldn't. What Traisha say? Anti the way that Charlene hit that phone out of CJ hand, I knew she was beating up on Jamie. Oh no. Oh no. I don't think she was beating up on Jamie. I would say they probably was fighting each other because they're young. You know what I'm saying? And here's what I truly, truly feel about Charlene. This is how I truly, truly feel about her. She would benefit a whole lot from going to therapy by herself, not with her mom, not with her kids, by herself, to find out who she is. Charlene does not know who the fuck she is. She's been a kid with a child since the age of 16. She has no identity of who she is, why she is, what she wants to do, where she wants to be in life. She knows nothing. Everything that's been presented that we've seen with Charlene was developed through somebody else. Okay? Jamie gave her the name Royalty, and she took upon that persona and kept it how she kept it. And then CJ amplified that name and created her to be somebody she was being. Charlene was never Royalty. Royalty is a character that CJ created, that he put Charlene into a role she couldn't fit because she was never that person. And that's not to be shady at all. Like, I'm not trying to like be fucked up or try to slight, like, I'm really saying some real shit. That's who she never was. She don't know who she is. It's some people out there in the world who know themselves. And then when you have a child very young, that could be very traumatizing with a lot of people. And some people stay where they're at, and some people take a long time to grow and become bloomers. She doesn't know who she is. She's been a mother the majority of her life. So who is she? She's not royalty. Royalty is dead because royalty would never, ever act like that. Royalty is the queen of things, right? Queens don't work, queens don't fight. Royalty has a very, I'm not going to feed into it too much type of personality. Royalty is a character. That's why a lot of people who saw Charlene come out of royalty, they was like, who is this bitch? If Charlene was royalty, nothing would have ever changed. Okay, royalty got on this platform and said, I don't care who he fucking, bitch. He's home. Okay, we just gonna keep it cute. Your husband probably cheat on you. Your boyfriend probably cheat on you. Y'all bitches worry about you. My bills is paid. Worry about your bag, bitch. And she kept it moving. That's royalty. Charlene is somebody else who does not know who the fuck they are. Period. She don't know who she is. She just knows she's a mom. She doesn't know she doesn't know how she became a mom, how she got there, why she got there, why she was chosen. She doesn't know her purpose. She's been lost this whole time. So I just feel like she needs therapy to figure that out. Content creation and real life coincidence. Yeah. This nigga said Barflean. You know, not an NPC. Oh my God. What is wrong with you? Y'all play all day. Oh, well, yeah. She definitely needs improvement on being a mom. But listen, a lot of women either learn how to be a mom because it takes time. Like for example, I am going to have my first adults, and I'm freaking out like, oh my God. Right? Ain't nobody taught me this. My husband's going to have his first adult. We're like, what the fig, right? So we're like, okay, so he needs to get his guard card. Okay, credit card. Okay. Like we're doing all this stuff. And then at the same time, our millennial mindset is like, should we like guide him or let him do it himself? But we had guidance, but we kind of did it ourselves. Like, cause like when me and my husband, when we were in junior high school, we both had jobs, right? He worked at this place called the youth center, and I worked at the salon, and I worked at the sports arena, and then I worked at the chamber of commerce, right? So when we grew up, they what allowed us to have jobs. So my husband, he was loving that shit, right? Because he was able to tell the sport, the youth center had dances, and him and my brother would make people pay to get in because you had to pay to get in. That was the policy. So they would take the money and let people in and kind of guard and stuff, and they would get payment for all of that stuff. So they was taught responsibility and stuff like that. They wouldn't let nobody in free. They would talk trash. They was kind of the man, you know what I'm saying? Because they're little kids and they working and all that stuff. I thinking I'm hot business because I'm working in a salon and I'm getting my nails done and all that other stuff. We learned young, like getting a job. They told us and showed us how to apply for jobs, get applications. They had way more programs. Everything now is technology. That's why Charlene was so off when she was trying to get Jalea to apply for jobs. A lot of those jobs you apply online. Like they don't have these type of programs for kids anymore. Go ahead, Traisa. Ask away. I'm just ranting. But me and my husband, so we're like, our kids, they didn't have like the job programs that they had for us when we were growing up. So we like, oh my gosh, we got an adult. I got an adult. What am I doing with an adult? Right? Because we all know once you 18, you just a legal adult. Like you still got stuff to do. You can't rent a car till you're like motherfucking 26 or some shit, or they just look down on you. If you 21, God forbid, like you could barely rent a car and they still like, oh, you young, you gonna crash some stuff. So you really can't get your feet wet for real. So what do you do with these kids? And it's already bad enough. Technology didn't change. And when you see women like Charlene not really trying to put forth effort on guiding her children somewhere, it gets scary. What I've seen Jalea and Nation learn is how to put on makeup and how to do hair. Now, the hair part ain't bad. Nation could potentially get some dollars with that. You get what I'm saying? She could start doing, and there was a time where she was doing everybody hair. That stopped. It's the same pattern that she's teaching her daughters. When it all fails, just give up. Tanya gave up on her, put her out. She gave up on Jamie, left him. She gave up on CJ, didn't figure that out. Now you know, now her daughters are doing the same. Jalea wanted to do nails. And then she asked her why she wanted to do nails. So she left that dream alone. Jalea wanted to sing. She left that dream alone. Now she don't have a dream job. Now she don't have nothing to aspire for. When Charlene's kids stayed with Charlene, I seen their light leaving them. I seen their light leaving them. They had so many dreams and goals and things they wanted to do. Nation wanted to play football. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, why the fuck do I know everything her kids wanted to do more than she did? Like, that's weird too. Like, why we all know that and she don't know that? Rico is no longer her pimp. I think she's still gonna deal with Rico. I think, but remember when Jalea wanted a job? Like she wanted a job. She wanted to she had a lot of goals that she wanted to do. And then it just turned out to whatever. It's nothing. It's okay. And I think what's misleading to what is very misleading, not to just Jalea and Nation, to a lot of girls are being taught that their looks are gonna get them far. And even with the pink pill content of get money off men and all this other stuff like that, like get as much money as you can from a guy, you're doing something in exchange to do that. So it almost brings you on the level of prostitution. I'm just trying to get what I can out this situation. Now, next thing you know, it's a and this is what I was waiting for people to talk about. There's a trend now of SA. There are millions and millions and millions of women accusing people of SA and suing them for money, not trying to get criminal charges pressed on that person, but trying to get money. Now, whether it's true or not, it definitely has become a trend to the point where it's blood in the water now. It's blood in the water now. I was just scrolling down YouTube the other day and they were talking about how much it's starting to become a trend. And I heard Riza Islam himself said he's been accused falsely of SA twice. Riza Islam. Really? Tariq Nasheed got accused of it. Like, it's just, it's crazy how people do things like this and they think it's okay and this is what you breed. So to have your daughter to get on social media and lie about something so serious about that is not cool. She's too young. She's barely going to be an adult next month, and you just really dropped the ball on this girl's life. Why is Tacky crossing grad 12? Shit, I want to hear what she had. Tanya has been the most quietest I've ever since CJ said he tapped that. I ain't never seen her more quiet. Like she been quiet for real. Ain't nobody sent me no screenshot. Ain't nobody sent me no response. Like she's so damn quiet. You can hear a church mouse piss on cotton. She is quiet as hell. Quiet. If Jalea is, I don't think Jalea is disappointed in her mom right now, but eventually she will be, because even though Jalea is definitely misguided by her mother, she's definitely going to surpass her in life. And I'm not even trying to say that to be funny. Like, she's going to surpass her mom. She's going to do better than her mom. Like, if you really pay attention to how the cycle worked, Charlene did do better than Tanya, even though, hey Daisy, even though it probably wasn't as good, she still came out better than Tanya, right? There's a lot of places that Tanya traveled because of her daughter, not because of herself. If you really think about it, regardless if it was through CJ or not, she would have never had that opportunity without the daughter she put out at 16 to the wolves. Oh, I want to give a quick shout out to Mrs. Ellis, though, real quick, real quick, real quick. Mrs. Ellis tagged, she sent me a video on TikTok of these dad jokes. Oh my God, I laughed so good. Oh my God, I laughed so hard. I love me a good dad joke. Somebody was like, somebody died because they wouldn't be able, they didn't tell me their blood type, but he was good to the end. They kept saying, be positive, be positive. Oh my God, I laughed so hard. I love me a good dad joke. That's just me. It just tickles me. So if y'all get any dad jokes, y'all make sure y'all send it in my inbox or something. That shit is hilarious. Anywho, shout out to you, Mrs. Ellis. That was a really, really good laugh. Um, no, so Charlene surpassed Tanya in life. She really did. She did. In spite of Tanya, she did better than Tanya. Now, because I believe Tanya is one of those type of people. There are some type of people that are like that in life, who wants to let the person not be more successful than them. That's why I felt like she sabotaged Charlene with Jamie, because at one point they were a cute little family and they were growing, and it may have been toxic. It may be on some young shit, but it still was their family. Tanya didn't like it. She destroyed it by having CJ. Now, CJ was a different breed. CJ was somebody who she can allegedly smash on, okay, while Charlene wasn't even there, allegedly, okay, because unless I get proof, honey, I'm just gonna say allegedly. And so she felt like, CJ's, he has potential, but he doesn't have much, and it is what it is. So once CJ blew up, that's where the money started coming in. They started being successful. Tanya wanted to see what she got out of it. But it was always a look on Tanya's face like it could have been her. Mimi, get off my life. Don't fucking play with me. When she say Charlize so fake, recorded at Ron's house, act like it's her. Oh, I wish Mimi, get off the live, ma'am. We know that's Ron's house. She can't fake that that's her house. He done already told everybody I was a landlord. That's probably why he said what he said. That's probably why he said what he said. This is my house. Okay? Mine's. He went over there and let everybody know. You know what? I don't know who those people are, Traisha. I've seen a lot of people post about them, but I never was subscribed or watched their content. So I don't know. The story that I'm on now is I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Jamal and his baby mama. Okay, because it's Des did a video on it, and I just don't know how to feel. People are saying that she's exploiting him because of his condition, and I don't know if a lot of y'all know who Jamal is, but he got powed in his head, and he was on death's door, and his baby mama, she wanted to keep him alive and she did, and then now he suffers from TBI, and she's kind of nursed him back to health. So now she's saying that she wants to heal. She didn't even say she wanted to leave him, she said she wanted to heal. And I'm like, what that mean? Like, I don't know. It's just, I ain't really took a deep dive in it. But one thing that bothers me about that situation, um, her mom is in the mix. Do you get what I'm saying? Her mom's in the mix, asking questions, answering questions. She talking to this man about the past and how he cheated on her before he got pow in his head. And it's like, man, why is this the subject of topic? Like, what is going on? This man got pow in his head, and this is what you decide to bring up? A lot of these mothers are out here destroying their daughters. They are. And then they get mad when their daughters end up with trifling men or men that don't respect them, because the same women who are raising these trifling daughters, they're raising these trifling sons. And it's just a cesspool of bullshit. So I feel like that's another mother who is jealous of her daughter. Do I believe his baby mama is tired of taking care of him? Yes, but that's her fault for even. What up, Dorian? That's her fault for even taking that responsibility. If you truly felt like that in the beginning, you should have never took that man in. And allegedly, she signed a restraining order to keep his family away. So I'm still doing research on that couple doing that, because I've watched them go on battles on TikTok and everything like that. And I just, his supporters are trying to call adult services on her. It's just really wild. It's really wild. What up, Dorian? I don't know if you guys sent me cash apps because I don't get alerts. But if you let me know in the chat, I'll give you a shout out. So just to let y'all know, if y'all sending cash apps, I'm not ignoring y'all. Y'all just gotta let me know in the comments. But yeah, so I'm gonna find out what's going on. But and then there was a situation where they said he ripped his shirt because he was angry. He didn't rip his shirt because he was angry. He ripped his shirt because he was happy about winning. Um, so they're saying that she no longer wants to be with him anymore because they were supposed to go to some doctors to make sure he gets back to normal, and it didn't work. So now that she realized it's not going to work of him not ever being back 100%, she's ready to give up. I don't know how true that is. I'm going to still try to do my research and seeing what's happening with them too. But, it's weird because she's still on live with him. He's still living there. It's a lot to unpack. It's a lot to unpack. Okay. But yeah. Did anybody see Sinners? Who saw Sinners? Has anybody in the chat seen the movie Sinners? If you have not seen that movie Sinners, you need to go on, take your butt and go see Sinners. Me and my husband went to go see Sinners last weekend. That movie was so good. They y'all got if y'all ain't watched Sinners yet, y'all just gonna get like y'all gonna get spoiler alerts everywhere because everybody's talking about it. Like, get with it. Y'all late. Yes, Rich. That's the energy I get from Tanya. It could have been me. Oh, I knew he had potential. Y'all better go see that shit, man. Almost everybody done seen it. I seen somebody post a clip of it on TikTok. I'm like, oh. So my husband, he was watching one of Tariq Nasheed's broadcasts because he watches it a lot while he's at work. And I usually watch him when I'm working out, but I've been so focused on what's going on with me right now with school and stuff. So haven't had time to listen to his broadcast. But he was like, we got to go see that movie Sinners. He was like, Tariq Nasheed was talking about it. And I didn't want to listen to the whole thing without watching the film so I could know what he's talking about. I was like, okay, cool. Because when you listen to Tariq talk about it, the nigga just say, I don't want to say too much. And then he say too much. Like, nigga, you just said you didn't want to say too much. You just told the whole storyline. So y'all got to watch it or y'all will get, Eventually it's gonna leak out. But that movie was really good. I know a few people who've seen it 3 times. I know a few people who've seen it 6 times. It tells a lot of FBA heritage, and it just stands on a lot of FBA business. It gives a lot of information. If you are FBA, shout out to y'all. Shout out to us. But if you're not, you rock with us, that's cool too. But if you are FBA, it touches you, like it really pierces you. I got a little tear jerk during the movie. I got a little choked up. I was like, let me hold it together. Let me hold it together. So it was mainly during the dancing scene. Anti, did you see when Royalty was on TikTok? Somebody asked her, "Do you want to be in Baddies?" Um, the thing with that is, and shout out to Nick G, aka Royalty's World. And she's a YouTube content creator who reacts to reactions. She's a reaction channel, and she did a video about all of this. What I like about Nick G is Nick G. She's gonna say what she see, right? She not gonna sugarcoat nothing. She not gonna say nothing to make nobody else feel better. And she really is not a fan of CJ at all. Nick G, when CJ do and say stuff, she rolling her eyes like she just don't care for CJ at all. CJ make her ass itch so bad, right? So when she heard about this information and everything went on, the first thing she did was like, "Oh wow, that's crazy." It was like a shock, like, "Okay, I don't know that's crazy. That we don't have to see what happens. I don't know." Once more information came out, she was like, I don't believe that shit. CJ's too sloppy. He's too messy. Like, it's just based off of what she know as far as who CJ is. CJ got caught doing shit all the time. Why not get caught? That nigga's not that smart to not get caught, right? So why all of a sudden this nigga's a mastermind now, right? So Nick G pointed it out. But one thing Nick G said, she was telling Charlene, she was like, you probably need to go get that deal with Bandman Kivo and probably give him like 25% and you get 75 and get your money and troll him back. Fuck it. But she said, but you don't have no hustle. You don't have no hustle to you. You gotta be work withable, right? So it's not that everybody's picking on Charlene and she's just this innocent little butterfly. She's lazy. You know what I'm saying? And I know now people are accusing her of now becoming the new TikTok beggar. I don't know how true that is, of her begging on TikTok or dry begging. What CJ say, dry begging on TikTok? When you're on live, people send gifts all the time. And if kids are asking for gifts, it's innocent because they just like the little playthings and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure when Charlene saw the money that she got off of the TikTok, she was like, oh, okay, I could do this. So a lot of people might perceive that as her new goal of dry begging. Now, she just started going TikTok live. So I don't know. I don't be on her TikTok lives. I only see what people send me or what people make videos on. And she just has no hustle. If she does start going live for real, shit, start doing battles. If Charlene got on live and start doing battles every day, she working. I know a lot of people that go live and they do battles and they work all the time. I be on their lives all the time, boosting them up, battling against each other. B2K does it. That's working. You know what I'm saying? That's having some type of hustle. But the niggas I do content on who just be on live all day begging for gifts, that's that's what that one chick do. And the other guy that Detroit Nike, that's what he does. As a matter of fact, he was just begging on live, but he don't beg for gifts. He begs for cash apps. So that's a little different. But just to sit there and beg for gifts and cash apps, people are going to start talking about you. So, the best bet is to go in there and do TikTok battles. If you have enough people and you got your people with you and y'all on lives, go on and have a TikTok battle. That's working. That might be more up her alley. She might could just sit there and be like, yeah, let's go, hit the button. Um, I want to say Nicki Minaj has battled before. Don't quote me. Okay, Barb's, don't come for me. I don't know for sure. But I want to say it was. And then you can have memberships. Like right now, I have memberships on TikTok. I just haven't like utilized them or promoted them or used them because I really don't be on TikTok like that. But if she got on live and she had some type of hustle and she did the TikTok battle, shit, more power to her. That's something. Yeah, squad is in the building. You know what, Six? Not gonna beg for pancake mix. This nigga. Six. Six. When I told you I laughed so hard, I'm losing my voice. I've been laughing all fucking day. Nigga, when you said, you mean to tell me CJ fucked the mountain sandals off of Tanya, nigga, I almost died. Then I fucking get off the phone and I see your motherfucking ass post the video with Eartha Kitt. My ass, darling. I'm like, nigga, please stop. My ass. You need to be stopped. You need to be stopped. What is wrong with you? The men in the chat need to be stopped, man. Y'all troll so fucking hard. I thought I was bad. Y'all niggas ain't shit. That nigga said, my guys. Hell nah. He said that's how Tanya was. That's crazy. Hey, real talk though, that really needs to be discussed. Like, you really slept with CJ, girl, just the bottom of the barrel. If I was Charlene, I wouldn't deal with my mama, but she got a save face, so now she got to deal with it, which sucks. Wait, why I gotta blame Killer? What'd he say? Boss lady, what she do? Blame Killer and Boss lady. You know what? When I seen that shit, I was like, what is wrong with this nigga? Like, why would you do that? Why would you say that? He said, my guys. Nah. But I really, oh, Six. You gotta watch the playback. I just went in. The reason why I got on live is because was going back and forth with a hyena. Like, I'm sitting here minding my own business. And here come this bitch in my comments. And what she say to me first? She was like, y'all just on here bashing this girl. And then I was just like, oh, you just saying shit, right? And she was like, how is you cool? And I was like, what the hell is wrong with this mud goat? Right? So I'm like, oh, she got an actual YouTube channel. And I go and I look, and the bitch look like Barnaby Jones. The bitch look like Boy George, right? So I'm like, bitch, you look like olive oil from Popeyes. Like, stop. You look like a gecko in the face, right? Get out of here. This bitch go say, uh, she gonna start coming for my kids, talk about how unfortunate my kids look. And then I went on her YouTube and I was like, listen, if we gonna talk about each other's kids, if I say something about her child, I am going to be foul as fuck. Like, y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? Right? So I was like, I'm gonna try to keep it cool. But I realized the reason why I triggered her so much is because she lives the same lifestyle as Charlene. I'm gonna send you a link to her YouTube. She needs a promotion anyway. I sent the screenshot to my husband. I just sent the screenshot to him and he was like, "Is that a dude?" I said, "No, that's a female. She in there talk about, I guess she look better than me or whatever. You can have it, bitch. I don't care if you feel like I look better than you. It only matters what my husband feel I look, and I don't like to compare because I wouldn't, two pussies don't stick, so I'm not even on that. But it doesn't change the fact that you look like a cartoon character. You saw Sinners, Mimi? See, that's what I'm talking about. Now we got something to talk about. But so I start going in on her, and then she has a video of her child on there. And I said, so she gonna talk about my kids and how they allegedly look unfortunate, right? And I'm like, I'm trying to be cool because the evidence has shown, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna be nice about this. I don't, just cause she a gutter rat doesn't mean I have to be on her level. And then, I seen in that moment when I seen her child, I saw why she reacted the way she reacted. She had a face full of makeup on, just covered in it. Okay. To where, you know, we thought she was something else. And we thought she was a transformer by all the makeup she had caked on, right? And then when I seen her daughter, I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense. It just looked like she put more into her and what she had going on while, selling her little shit, because she's selling something. You feel me? She letting people know where the access is at, right? Because you go to her YouTube, she already tell you what type of time she on. So I was like, okay, that's why she mad, because she on some hoe shit. And if I'm talking about Charlene, I'm talking about her. I triggered her because ain't no way, shape, or form, if you call yourself a good mom, you should be all full face, looking good, looking amazing, and your child don't look up to par, right? And Charlene gives that a lot, right? So that's what we always discuss. But then when I went to her YouTube, I seen she was on the same type of time. So I read, she was also on Dez page, stalking Dez, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, that's what type of bitch. Then she said I was being racist because I called her olive oil. So I was like, that bitch is just weird. I don't know what the fuck she is. You need your ass with Mimi. Like, you need to go take your butt right back to the movies and watch that. Girl, what? You know what? I'm not even gonna hold you. The first beginning of the story, it did start off really slow. It was slowly cooking. But if you fall asleep in the beginning of the movie, yeah, she was a single mother. You already know. I didn't even have to say too much. um if you fall asleep in the beginning of the movie, you don't catch it, but it had a lot of jewels, it had a lot of gems in the beginning of the movie. So the fact that you fell asleep in the first 20 minutes is crazy, because you kind of missed the plot. Like, you kind of missed like the majority of how we got here. You know what I'm saying? So you just woke up and we was here. Like, BB, take your ass back or rent it on the TV screen and get to work so we can talk. Like, man, what are we doing? You fell asleep the first 20 minutes? I will say though, it did take some time to pick up, but when it picked up, it was good. And then when you went and reverted back on how slow things were, and you saw what they was talking about and what they was doing, you was like, oh, okay. But you would know, nigga, you didn't fell asleep for the first 20 minutes. They deflect single mother baby babble. Yeah, that's definitely what what it was. Anti, one more thing, diamonds and baguette. Charlene don't have a GED. Attack Tanya with Tanya don't have a wig. She just have like strips of hair that she put together and stuck on her head. Like that one person who did that re-rap. She did a rap. She said, I gotta play it. I ain't gonna repeat what the hell she said, but she cooked. She cooked. She cooked real good. Yeah, Six, you missed it. That was the whole reason why I got on live. I really wouldn't talk about shit. We just chopping it up. It's another day. It's another dollar. You know, hoes are gonna continuously get mad because they don't know the difference of because they like to see bitches fall. They don't want nobody doing better than them. So that's why they enjoy what they see. They love it. If they see another female and she falling, they're like, "It's okay, girl," because they want that shit to happen. That's what it is. Good night, Traisha. That's what it is. They want that shit to happen. They want that bitch to be broke. They want that bitch to be poor. They want her to be looking stressed out. Bitch. I ain't say that. Who said that? That nigga said she looks like Barnacle Boy from SpongeBob. Stop. Oh man. I mean, she's a cum dumpster. Like niggas will smash, but that's about it. She's a skeet and skedaddle. I'm just saying, Kayla, I be minding my business. Listen, I don't care who does not have a difference of opinion, but it just blows me why they just can't say, listen, I disagree because this, that, the third. And then I will rebuttal on why I disagree with what they disagree with, and we'll have a conversation. But this bitch was, I don't like when women come at me like I'm their baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of them do. They come at you like you're their baby daddy, and you wonder why the nigga left. Like, we get it now. Because you try to pretend like you some woman, and you're just a bag of trauma. Like, you, that woman looks like all she does is feed her daughter and give her daughter no type of nothing. It was just too much to unpack. Bitch. Now she currently making a diss on CJ so cool. I hope it's good. I mean, it's content. Shit, get your money. Get, if it's good, I'ma say it's good. You know? If it's not, then she gonna get roasted again by them kids. Them kids are so ruthless. Them kids, oh my God, them kids is crazy. Thank you, Daisy. Them kids are insane. I know, Cheryl, I'm getting sick of me too at this point. I'm just tired of me. I am. I am sick of me too. I ain't even gonna hold you. I've been sick of me for a long time. You know, you either gonna love me or you just ain't gonna want to fuck with me at all. Okay. But what I'm not saying is no different than what anybody else who's been through a struggle, who got themselves out of it, would say. Stop focusing on the shit that's not going to, stop focusing on the shit that breaks you and focus on the shit that makes you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just, you know, when you with a whole lot of trauma bonding idiots who eat their feelings, I mean, that's what you gonna get. Yo, that little kid was out of control. But you know what? That was Charlene's fault. Because why are you on live arguing with teenagers? Like, she was coming. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not about to argue with no little kid. I'm just not going to do that. Okay. And she's on TikTok or whatever, Discord, whatever live stream that they're on. And she's asking this kid, have you ate today? Why would you say that to a child? Why would you going back and forth with a kid? That's why CJ ass was looking crazy when he was doing it with Nation. Nigga, what are you doing? That's just, I get it. I get it, nigga, but nigga, what are we doing? Like, why would you tell a kid that? Like, she was like, did you eat today? He said, yeah, I did. He pulled out his money because I guess he makes his money from streaming and TikTok. I sure did. And the look on their face was like, whoa. Like they was like, they got quiet. Like it was such an uncomfortable feeling. And this boy was like trolling on the level where he just wanted to just really give it to him. And he did just that. He was like, yeah, you famous. Diamonds on baguettes. I can't feed my kids. And that's not all he said. Like, but she walked right into that. What you did you eat today? Like, why are you throwing that animal? These are kids. You shouldn't even be on here. If you want your daughters to get on live and talk to these kids, okay. But why are you addressing that? You grown. That's crazy. Not the Eminem diss. Y'all stupid. I got my card taken. And she's trying to bounce back by saying, like, we gonna do something different. But them kids is tearing her ass up on TikTok. They are tearing her ass up on TikTok. I see so many things wrong though with the generation that we're in, and it's just all it tells me is we're getting old. And even him, he should not be that comfortable to talk to Charlene like that because she's an adult, and she shouldn't be talking to a child she don't know like that. You know what I'm saying? It's so much. Kids just don't respect adults anymore. And that's what that just told me, you know. And as the years gone by, kids stopped respecting adults, but they really doing it now. Them kids are tired of eating butter sandwiches. Not butter sandwiches. Yeah, them kids. She was just really going back and forth with him. I wouldn't have went back and forth with him. I wouldn't even want to talk to y'all. Like if I'm gonna get an interview, I'm gonna have an adult interview me. I'm not gonna have a kid streamer interview me. You know what I'm saying? Regardless on how high their platform is, that's not supposed to be your audience. So whew, child, them kids is ruthless. I was looking at all the videos that they making and what they doing. I was like, some of these kids' phones need to be taken and asses need to be whooped. Okay, belt to ass. Right, they doing it for free. Yeah, and that's why that lady said she felt like Charlene was a narcissist because she's still trying to uphold this image that is gone. She's still trying to be big royalty, but you're not the character you're playing. That's why it's not working. She did not know how to be royalty without CJ because she was never royalty to begin with. If she always had those mannerisms, that would have never left her. A lot of people were shocked. Like a lot of people was like, "Is that how she really is?" Some people already knew. Like I knew that bitch was like that, you know. But a lot of people were shocked because they're like, "Who is this?" Because she went from, "Okay, you guys, I just have to move on," to bitch, blah 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 blah. And we like, girl, what is going on? This nigga, that ponytail she wears does, look like a dildo on the top of her head. That's fucked up. She makes the bun too pointy, and that's her style. I used to have that. I used to wear that style with my hair, but I don't do the high ponytail like that. I would do the sock bun instead. The sock bun to me makes more sense versus that shit. But hey, if she like it, I love it. I ain't tell nobody what to do with their hair. That's her shit. T6 is stupid. If she makes a diss track on CJ, CJ is gonna flame her. I mean, that last video the last diss that he did on her, I felt like was better than Recovery, and I didn't think he was gonna be able to top Recovery. So he, and you're delusional. I was like, damn, that nigga got her ass together. That was a good diss track. If Charlene could beat that, then shit. Her and Nike fought because the thing is Charlene always feel like she got something to prove. And they've always had pent up tension. But if you really look at the relationship and the dynamic between Nike and Charlene, Nike has always been the person to be like, look, bitch, we might not like each other, but I'll fuck with you on a level to where your kids are comfortable and my kids are comfortable just for the sake of the kids, right? Nike has always been that person where she like, I won't sweat the bullshit. Like, even with this diss track shit, the only reason why Charlene said that in the diss track is because she knows Nike don't really care like that. Nike don't give a fuck about words. Nike will see it, hear it, make a mental note of it. But Nike was in Vegas for how long? Charlene didn't. She not bad. You feel me? Nike don't give a fuck about that. This is content. This is child's play. That Nike don't. I'm telling you, she don't. She don't care about that. It's another show of her showing how much Nike bothers her, right? Because Nike did speak on the situation. Nike has every right to speak on the situation because that woman accused her daughter of shit that she didn't do. And this woman been accusing everybody under the damn sun since they went to court, you know? And when you look at CJ's videos of him and the kids, you will come to realize CJ has all of her kids' memories. Clock that. CJ has all of her kids' memories. She don't have that. When she posts happy birthday, she posts the old photos, maybe a baby photo. We see the same pictures every year. And a lot of the pictures that she's posting saying happy birthday to Leon are pictures that CJ has taken. She was not a mamarazzi. You know what I'm saying? You know how us mothers, we gotta take pictures. I got all kinds of pictures of the kids on my phone. I got all types of poses. Hey, you guys take a picture. Hey, my kids. It's to the point where my older boys, my teenagers, they know when they go somewhere that I'm not there and they're having fun and they taking pictures. Send mama a picture. Excuse me. I need to see y'all having fun. I need pictures of these memories. Hello. You know, I was trying to sneak in my husband and daughter's daddy daughter dance because I needed some photos. Okay. And I threatened my husband, like, if I don't get any good pictures, it's going to be cracking. I just love pictures of my kids. So for CJ to have millions of videos of her children and their memories, and she don't have any, not like that, is crazy. And if you really dissect the dynamic and you look at the videos and you look at the videos that CJ's post, he's always alone with the kids. It was always him with the kids anyway. Think about it. When he was working, she stopped working and he was dropping the kids off at school. Charlene wasn't driving and he was picking them up back up. He was doing a lot of the stuff. Them kids was with CJ all the fucking time. All the time. When he posted that video of them eating all at the table when they were younger and he was roasting, Charlene wasn't there. When you seen Leon and Julia boxing without Nation there, Charlene wasn't there. When you see him playing with the kids, Charlene wasn't there. She was in the back doing something or whatever, smoking or doing whatever she was doing. And I'm not trying to say she wasn't involved. She just wasn't in it like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, what mothers don't have pics of their kids like that? You can't say it's because you moved, man. We all got iCloud. Like, I have a bunch of pictures of my kids. A bunch. So the fact that she doesn't have those type of pictures, we done seen. Oh, CJ go crazy on Snapchat. You hear me? He got all kinds of pics of the kids playing and eating and them going out and them doing things like that. He's like paparazzi. He's like daddy razzi. You know what I'm saying? Take a picture, guys. Do this, do that, do that, do that. Charlene don't have that. I seen pictures of them eating or a clip of them eating and going out to eat. I'm like, damn, where the hell this came from? I ain't never seen this shit. You know, it just not, it's not the same. You see the same old happy birthday post Leon with him having the money a couple of years ago with CJ post. Then you might get a baby picture when he was young with Jamie. And then you might get another picture of him currently now in his outfit. You don't see a lineup of pictures like even me. Y'all seen Neffy's picture her birthday roll with her from when she was a baby till she got older. You see the one with Dorian when he was a baby, he got older. All my kids, babies, when they got older, how they're big now. Like us moms is crazy. Like we really just love the pictures. Okay, take a picture, take a picture. She just doesn't have that mom instinct. You know what I'm saying? She like just does enough. She does enough, but she does more than Tanya. You know? Hey, Robin. I'm only gonna be on for a little bit more because you just stepped in. This nigga said Charlene to royalty shiesty. Y'all are hilarious. Dirty so clean. What is going on? What are they gonna do for Julia's birthday? I was told that she's gonna get another man to take care of it. Maybe Ron is gonna provide the money, or maybe CJ on 32s or Bandman Kivo. You know, she gotta get help from men. She can't do it herself. It's Ben's T6 bedtime. You hear me? It's been his bedtime. Long time ago. Okay? Most likely she's gonna have to, in order for it to seem big, um, she gonna have to rely on other people to help her. Maybe they'll do another GoFundMe. I don't know. Be not something regular. Not something Robin, see, somebody needs to take Robin phone. Not something regular. You know, Julia just said she don't like big parties. So, and that's the thing. When you come over here and say we've been there, done that, there's no need for that anymore, then I don't want to see a big party. You hear me? Like I don't want nobody. And I'm telling this to my supporters. Okay, I'm telling you this all straight up. I don't want to see shit. Don't send me a no party of any sort of Jalea, Nation, or Leon, because I don't send me nothing. Okay? Because if they can go on the internet and beat on their chest and say they don't like big parties, I'm going to believe them. I think it's the stupidest shit ever to come on here and say you don't like big parties, and now everybody trying to scrounge up to see who they can get to help them supply for their birthday party. You know what I'm saying? Like the last big party Nation had is when Funny Mike threw it. Like I can't. I can't. Robin, I'm not about to play with you today. So don't nobody send me no clips, no videos of none of their birthdays. I don't care. Okay? I don't care. I don't care. They said they didn't want big parties. So if she throws a big party, that's stupid. Because now you're throwing something big that they claim they didn't want. Do they want them or do they not want them? This nigga said, I told y'all she was an NPC. I'm serious. I am so serious. She ain't gonna have shit at my house. No. Nope. Nope. I already got enough animals. Her being here would be too much. I'm not about to break city code for nobody. You hear me? And you know, I'm not even tripping on Charlene like that. Like she's not smart, and like I said, she would really benefit from counseling. But if you don't know, she's such a hypocrite, right? She'll come on here and say, y'all don't know me, y'all don't do this, y'all don't do that. But then she'll come and she'll speak on people she don't know. Like, I think that's the weirdest shit ever. Like, how you gonna say y'all don't know me and we see you on the internet and your behavior, but then you gonna speak on somebody you don't know? And that's why you guys stayed beef for many years because of her child, and that's why Charlene was never a real stepmom. Yeah, yeah, she never really liked Kamara. You could tell. It don't take a lot to be nice to a kid, regardless if you don't like their parent or not. It's a damn kid. Like What the hell? Now, if that kid pick up a rock and hit you in the head with it, then okay. Oh, yeah. And you know, she's not smart because boss said it never happened. They pumped her head to get child support. She didn't get that. They pumped her head saying she's going to do bigger and better things. She got it. She ended up getting evicted or couldn't pay her rent. And behind the scenes, CJ was always sending her money. So why the fuck would y'all want to put a wedge between her and the way she feed her kids? Like, I don't see that as help or support. Like, you see the girl can't do it alone. Like, y'all did this shit. Y'all helped do this shit. Y'all sat here and gave this woman false hopes, and y'all keep doing it, and y'all can't even get y'all shit together. Like, that's so crazy to me. Like, she ended up filing bankruptcy. They kept denying. They kept saying she's winning, to where she had to make up a lie that her car was stolen allegedly. And then when she got caught with that, she was so embarrassed that she put under the video, put it for entertainment purposes only, so we can just say she knew it was just for entertainment purposes only, something she's never done before. Like, is they really don't care, Naomi? Like, they don't give a fuck about this girl, and they mad at me for giving her sound advice to better her life? Like, that's crazy. I'm giving this woman sound advice that is going to help her, right? And they just sitting here letting her crash the fuck out because they're jealous of her. You know what, Naomi? They kept, like, they're chewing at her, right? Her supporters are eating her life force. And let me tell you how. When Jalea came out with those allegations, okay, CJ came out and he said, you know, there was no charges. They felt like there was no charges from what the evidence that I had versus what she tried to claim was evidence. The police, the investigators, they're going to see right through it, right? So I'm cool. I'm vindicated. Y'all know I ain't touched that girl. CJ was never worried. Like, even if you look at his old videos, he was just so calm, cool, and collective. And he was like, yeah, when you come all out, all y'all gonna say is y'all knew I was innocent anyway. So who cares, right? Like, he didn't give a fuck about any of that, right? And when he came out and he said, you know, they're not pressing charges on me, Charlene got quiet. Nation got quiet. Jalea got quiet. Everybody was quiet. Nobody said anything. Nobody said a word about it. They moved on, right? To the point where Charlene's just started posting stuff on Instagram and, you know, started posting stuff of her doing whatever she's doing, you know, all that, right? And then all of a sudden, her supporters went and dug up the police report. And I'm going to tell y'all all who don't know what a police report is. I can go to the police station and say, Naomi kicked me on my toe and she yanked my hair and she did all this stuff to me, and they're going to put it down on a document, right? This is the stuff that I am accusing Naomi of, right? Then in return, they're going to put it on file. Okay. I'm going to tell them I want to press charges. They're going to investigate. From whatever they investigate, whatever information they receive, they are going to decide whether they want the state to press charges against Naomi for allegedly kicking me in my toe, making it bleed, whatever, right? If Naomi has a picture of her at Six Flags that day, and she goes to the police department and saying, here's my evidence on why I didn't do this to this woman, they're going to say, we're not going to pick up any charges. They're not going to prosecute me for making a false document because Naomi's like, whatever. She's annoying. I'm just going to let it go. I don't want to press charges. Whatever. It is what it is. It's a nuisance, right? But if you look at the police report and you look at the document, it's still going to be logged in there no matter what. Police reports do not go away. Just like CPS reports do not go away. They still keep the files of that. So it's still going to have what the person is alleging on that paperwork. That's what it's going to do. It's still going to have this person said this is the information I got from that person, and then at the end of the page it's going to result. They're not going to do that. They're not going to persecute, because in order for it to be a good case, you're going to in order for them to give it to the state to prosecute, they got to have some substance. Charlene couldn't have had no substance because it's a pattern of things that you look for in SA, you look for in DV, you look for in child A, and all types of stuff. That is a pattern that everyone does. Just like when you see hyenas and the first thing they do is, oh, I'm going to insult you because I'm mad because I don't like what you're saying, right? Same pattern. Never any different. Never nobody really willing to have a conversation. It's certain things that the police look for. It's certain conversations that they will have, that they will get somebody in, right? She's the only one claiming this has happened to her. After she claimed this has happened to her, she hasn't stopped talking about this man since, right? And there are some people who still talk about their accusers, but they don't talk about their accusers in that way, right? They are angry and they're upset that they didn't get justice. Jalea's like, yeah, you already know how I feel about it. Oh, just look at the documents. Something that traumatic, like, y'all see how she looks when she talks about the trips that she went and she did, and when they went on tour. You see how she lights up? That's around the time this is allegedly happening to her. How does that work? Right. Just look at the documents. It's not even a legit, it's not even what I mean by it's not a legit document. It's not a persecution. It's not a persecution. Yes, her supporters are beyond weird, because if this is happening to you or this has happened to you, why are you giving cute nicknames like C Diddy? And then she's calling him C Diddy. Like, that makes no sense. A lot of people don't want to say the person's name. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a big joke to them. And it's like, it must be nice. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of women out there who really went through this and they can't make cute names for their abuser. You know what I'm saying? They can't laugh about it and giggle about it and make jokes. It's not funny to them. And anybody, whether it's a happy memory or a sad memory, you relive that. Your body relives that, right? And the problem and the eyesore with that whole situation was, it was just them saying stuff. It was just them accusing them of stuff. And then they were promoting the CPS report, right? Tanya was promoting the CPS report heavy. The CPS report. Tell them about the CPS report that nobody's seen. Like, she was really promoting that. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when Tanya was on here? She kept bringing up that CPS report that nobody ever heard of. And we're not talking about the laxatives either. Like, they was really promoting that, right? So when we finally see the CPS report that they were promoting, that they said that nobody ever saw, when we seen on the CPS report the report said the person that was accusing said that Jalea told somebody he was doing this to her, and her mom knew about it and she didn't want to tell her. Now all of a sudden they ain't never heard of that CPS report in their life. Lord fix it. Like if you go to review that with Des Instagram, you would clearly see her bring up the same police report they tried to disown after they done promoted it for half a goddamn year. Like this shit is cringy. It's cringy. Right. They kept saying she won in court. It was just, it was so cringe. Just the ghetto. Like, it was like, just please stop. They they only say that because they feel like it bothers CJ, but anybody with a pair of eyes, like, you know why we say CJ made royalty? And I don't say just CJ made royalty. I believe Jamie and CJ collectively made royalty, right? But their images of royalty was different, right? Royalty in Jamie's eyes was like the bottom bitch, right? So she was just like the hood rat, wannabe gangster type. So that's why he influenced her to get that big ass, tacky ass tattoo on her chest of royalty, right? And she thought that was hot shit, right? Then when she got into CJ shit, when CJ took a hold of her and she became under CJ's tutelage, CJ wanted royalty to be royal. She wanted her to be a very feminine woman. He wanted her to be a lioness. She wanted her to be a respectable, classy woman who not stunting on hyenas. She was royalty was supposed to be that girl who did not stunt on the small shit. She had held her head very high, and she did her thing. She had that was her image. They had two different images of who royalty was. Mrs. Ellis, girl, I just gave you a shout out, honey. Them dad jokes, girl, that shit had me on the floor. That was so funny. They keep screaming in the mic. Listen, y'all, I made the mistake and I went when me and my husband went to the IE last weekend. I bought Bunny a Stitch mic and it makes that alien voice, so they scream on it so it can make that alien demonic voice. It's so weird. I don't know why I did that. Oh yes, Robin, I forgot about that too. I forgot about that too. He did build her body. Hold on. Y'all know I had to do a quick commercial plug. um he did build her body. She was straight up and down. She was just skinny. And he did give her some shape to her and stuff like that. So he built who he felt like who royalty was. But Jamie made a different royalty from what CJ made. They had two different ideologies of what they felt royalty was. You know what I mean? So you know she just didn't know. Like, if you look at the videos, that was royalty. If you look at her now, she's definitely Charlene. Bitch. Not a Build-A-Bear. Boyalty from Boyalty back to Boyalty. You stupid. It's an unfortunate situation. And there's so many more Charlene's out there. I think somebody sent me a video of another couple who's going through this thing. I just haven't had time to look at it. So shout out to you. I will be looking at it soon and we can touch on that topic because women do it all the time when they don't no longer get their way. They want to focus on destroying the man instead of just showing, you know what? Let me just do my own thing. But like I was saying, if Charlene built CJ, if after CJ left her, he would have just fell off the face of the earth, right? It's almost, and it's not really quite, but it's low key like the Queen and Chris Sales thing, right? Queen separated from Chris Sales, and Chris Sales kind of fell off, right? Nobody knew, nobody cared. He was just excommunicated off YouTube. He has reinvented himself, and a lot of people love him now because he's making himself now, right? So if Charlene truly built CJ, CJ would have just fell off. CJ was still making money. He was still making views. People were still watching him. Again, a lot of his theme song, it says so cool. So cool. The song is called CJ So Cool. He wasn't lying when he was like, they was like, oh, CJ. They was screaming for CJ. They wouldn't be like, oh, royalty's kids. Like, oh, it's CJ So Cool. Then there's royalty. Then there's the kids. You know what I'm saying? And so no, the kids enhanced what he already had. You know what I mean? It was just a good chemistry. But I've always said too though, in the beginning, one thing CJ isn't saying, even though Charlene didn't do too much, she was with her in the paint with the videos more than the kids was. Cause in the beginning videos, all you see is them doing like the tests and the challenges and the pranks and stuff like that, right? So it was just them two going back and forth. So it was technically, she helped a little bit too. She helped getting the viewers in too. Her lighting his shoes on fire and them talk about who would you smash or pass. They were doing that together, asking Q&A questions like that together before the kids even came along. So I would give it more. I would, if she was smart, she would give herself more credit than she would give her kids. The kids doubled what it had, it all enhanced in one. But CJ, if she truly made CJ and her kids made CJ would have fell off the face of this earth and nobody would have cared or understood what that man was doing and why. Because then nobody give a fuck about what Chris Sales was doing and why. You hear me? Even Corey SSG, as much as people do not like him and how ignorant he be sounding, he still was relevant for people, enough for people to watch, and had his own following to watch. They just say stuff like Charlene and them kids made him because they just want to upset him, but the proof is not in the pudding. If that were true, Charlene would have millions and millions of views. Bossetta would have went off in a hitch. People would want to learn how to get the sauce from her because she know how to get it because she did it. Everything would have kept rolling, right? So realistically, if Charlene would have truly made CJ, that still would have been there. Um, when she left CJ, well, when he put her out, when she left him the first time, she didn't know where to go. She went to Funny Mike. Again, she went to another man to guide her. You get what I'm saying? If she carried everything on her own and she did everything on her own, she would have left in that moment and blew up with her and her kids. Hey y'all, we about to go do this. We about to go do that. The videos that she do and how she do the videos is what CJ taught her. It's nothing new and it's nothing different. There's no difference. Like if you look at her videos, it looked like Timu or Tubi movies of CJ. That's what it looks like. It's artificial. It's not the same thing. You look at it, you see it, you're like, okay. And she tried to fake it how they claim that he faked it. She just didn't do it well. So that's why when she went in the mall and stuff like that, she pretended to do stuff. And then that made me question, like, when she took Leon to go get that stuff for him for her birthday, I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm this is a serious question. Did she return the clothes? Because why would I see him at the park with like not his new shit on? I have to yell at my kids when I buy them new school clothes. Don't put on your school clothes. Don't put on your new clothes. They new clothes can never step in the house without them trying them on or wearing them before they supposed to wear them. That's my kids. I don't know if y'all kids are like that, but that's how my kids are. I have to get on their ass like, damn, can you let the shit breathe? You just bought it. They be ready to wear that shit outside. But I haven't seen them wear it. So I'm just like, did she return the motherfucker back? Like, I don't know. I'm just asking random questions, y'all. What up, PJ? PJ, I know you caught a stray, but I was serious. And I wasn't lying either. So, that was like, did she return his clothes? Because I ain't seen him in his new birthday fit. Like, I was just curious. I'm not saying that's what she did, but it was just, I don't know. When he seen him like a couple of days later, the next day later, and he got on Digi clothes, and I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. I know you laughing at me, PJ. I ain't got no sense. I feel you. I feel you. But me and my husband, we're probably gonna go live like in the next couple of days. Don't quote me, y'all, because I'll say that and we'll never probably do it. So we're gonna try to do it. I want to go live and talk about Sinners. So I want whoever has not seen that movie yet to please go watch it so we can talk about it. So we can talk about, what it is. And if y'all haven't seen Sinners and y'all don't want no spoilers, don't be on a damn live because we gonna talk about it. We gonna clock it. That was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. I met one person that said they didn't really like the movie and understand it, but I don't think they were FBA, so I don't know. I didn't ask either. I was just like, oh, I just didn't understand the concept. Oh, okay. So, y'all go watch Sinners. I want to talk about it with y'all. It's really, really, really important. Not is that why we ate garlic bread at Olive Garden 6? He wanted to make sure I wasn't one of them. I gotta get ready to start cooking this salmon too. Then my son, he gonna inbox me talking about some. I see y'all big backing it over there. I was like, boy, I said, you harass me again, you get blocked. And I posted another plate or whatever. When I got home, I told my son, I was like, I see you ain't talking no more trash. He was like, cause you said he was gonna block me, so I decided to be cool. My kids know I'm a block. Y'all getting blocked. Your kids be your biggest haters, I swear. Nigga, that was Olive Garden bread. That was no bougie bread. Everybody know Olive Garden bread. How do you not know what Olive Garden bread? Go to Olive Garden. Oh yeah, Six. I forgot you like growing your food out your backyard and shit and eating healthy and shit. We just decided to do just bad body activity, okay? We know you like to motherfucking farm and shit and get all your shit fresh, nigga. We just decided fuck it, okay? We decided to have a nice weekend and it was just time to just get me relaxed for the test that I needed to take. And we did that. Okay. Judge me if you will. All right. Just judge me. Okay. Oh, I mean shit. I heard the fucking Jason had the whole slip. He said they took the fat out of her knees and they put it in her butt. And I was like, damn, like she must have really not had no damn. What do you say? My garlic bread is butter on regular sandwich bread. Well, look, nigga, you know what? Olive Garden is pretty good. It's a decent place. It's not expensive, and they breadsticks is good. They dangerous as fuck though, cause you'll be like on your third or fourth breadstick and be like, God damn, let me stop eating this shit. This shit gonna get my shit. I'm gonna be looking like Mrs. Puff before I walk out the door. Looking just like Mike Wazowski. Nope. I had to put that bread down. That shit was dangerous. But they're not expensive. Like they have this unlimited soup, salad, and breadstick thing for like $11. And you can get all the garlic bread you want. Vampire free. You feel me? And their soup is really good. Their soup is good because I got a soup with my meal and their soup is fire. Like you cannot go wrong on picking the soup. So it'll be breadsticks, salad, and soup. You get $11 and some change, unlimited that. You be straight. Nigga, I'm not hating on gym life. I just didn't think it made sense for my husband to take me to the gym today when we was just working out last night. It just didn't make any sense to me. I was already tired. My kids barely made it to the bus stop. Okay, I just then I gotta go to the gym. Oh, come on, man. Then my husband be telling me, you ain't gotta be making that face every time you work out. I was like, nigga, you want me to smile? I'm not well, I don't enjoy working out, but I do it because I feel good after. But just because I get there and I have to get in the mood to do it because I don't want to do it, don't mean nothing. I'm glad I'm there doing it. Okay, don't come for me, six. Okay, don't come for me. I'm good now. We had our big back moment. I'm back weighing my food. I'm back putting my macros in, and I'm back at the gym. Okay. Sheesh. Good grief. I gotta go back tomorrow. I gotta go back to the gym tomorrow. And then my kids, a nephew got another award, Bunny got another award. They just they always I'm happy. I'm just saying. I'll be at that school a lot. Anyway, y'all, it's been fun. I'm glad that I took the time to chat up with y'all. Robin, don't be mad at me. I had a video that I uploaded that I haven't released for like it's a couple of weeks back that I did it. And yeah, I just gotta add music to it and I'm gonna upload it to the vlog. Best time to go. That's what my husband tell me when I don't want to go, that's the best time to go. I be like, "Nah, I go though. Shit, I go. You ain't gonna get a smile though. But I'm gonna upload the video, Robin. I just gotta edit the music and then I'm gonna upload it. But thank y'all for chilling with me. I'm just gonna block that hyena. I gave her the energy she wanted for 5 seconds, and I'm just gonna be the better person and I'm not gonna speak. Okay, because I no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'll talk to y'all later.
We in a no hyena zone.
It's my zone. Anti-hyena zone.